goodness. Oh shit. Okay. I think everything's okay now. Let me just oh shit. Okay. Oh my goodness. We back, y'all. Now I know you guys are asking the question, what the hell? How are you streaming? So how are you streaming in the middle of the week? Don't you stream only on weekends? Yes, I do. But today I didn't have work because it's a holiday where I live. So, because of that, we are going to do a RTA. It's not gonna be that long, so don't expect it to be super long like it usually is. But yeah. So let's oh shit. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do this shit. Deltarune Chapter 5. Oh yeah, they did update. They did put out a new Deltarune. Completely forgot. So let me see. I do got some videos I want to put out. So let me get the videos out and then let me just check something. Let me get the videos out. I do have some videos I want to select. Um let me see. Okay, got it. Okay, we're gonna watch this video. It's basically Latina Parfait talking about the God of War. Next one we're gonna do is DMC season 2 because I do want to fucking talk about that. Oh my, I finished it not too long ago and I want to talk about it. So let's just add it on.
You touch me again, and I swear I will kill you.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, come on, what the f is this shit? This is so cringe, it's literally the bow to your queen shit all over again.
Bro, it's kind of funny how like people will say like, oh my goodness, man. Like I'm sorry, man. You should not be making I don't think you're in the right position to be making threats when you're the one that's fucking when you're the one that's pinned down or freaking or tied down and you're basically surrounded by a bunch of people in an environment that you do not know.
Now I'm going to teach you what it's like to lose.
I hated this scene too. It was so out of nowhere because don't forget she didn't even Freya didn't even want to be married to this fucker in the first place.
Bow to your queen!
Like, these hacks can't control themselves. They have to insert cringe woke propaganda into literally everything. No matter how many times we criticize this bullshit, no matter how many of these games flop, no matter how many of these studios get shut down, they'll keep doing it. It's like they never learned their lesson.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Would you like to see how hard it is to die here, Godly?
And it's funny. So basically, you said that you can die here. I've been thinking about this because you're in the everyone, right? The afterlife of the gods. Does that mean that you can? Does that mean there's an afterlife of an afterlife? Like when you like, cause he literally said you want to die here, right? You literally make that threat if you know you can't die, right? But this is an afterlife. That means that you can die in the afterlife. So there's an afterlife to an afterlife. Like what is this, bro? That just sounds stupid.
I can show you.
That's what you get. That's what you fucking get, bitch.
Isn't she like so stunning and brave, you guys? She's basically, you know, tied up and can't move, but even though she can't move, she still insults the people holding her hostage. She just can't help being a girl boss, you know? But like seriously, is there any real OG God of War fans out there really asking to play as Kratos' hag of a wife? Because that's really what I want to do when I buy a God of War game.
My biggest issue is that it's so out of left field. She's not really much of a character, and that's a and that's the thing. You want people who have been playing as Kratos for 20 plus years to get invested in a character that really I'm gonna say she's not really much of a character. She's more of just a plot device, bro, than an actual character. So for you to basically say to the OG fans, hey, get invested into into her as the main protagonist, it's just very stupid, right? But let's be honest here, they're not catering to the OG fans. Not catering to the OG fans. They're catering to the people who have played since 2018. They don't really care about the OG fans. Let's be honest here.
To play as a fucking hag. I mean, the least they could have done was actually make her attractive. Like what, I'm really supposed to sit here and believe that Kratos banged all these baddies and he just willfully chose to settle with the ugliest hag he came across? Like, give me
And that's a problem because the issue is Faye did not look like that in before. In Ragnarok, she looked beautiful. She looked conventionally attractive. I posted it on my post, but yeah, when you looked at her in God of War Ragnarok, she's conventionally attractive. But not in but they purposely made her ugly in this. And that's what I'm also tired of, you know, when people trying to freaking say that, oh, they just updated. No, they purposely made her ugly. They've done it so many times. You look at many of the fucking games throughout the years, they purposely fuck up conventionally attractive characters. Outlaws and Fable and all those other games, they purposely make characters unattractive, female characters unattractive. Because here's the thing, they can do it so well for Deborah Wilson, right? Because she's not conventionally attractive. Deborah Wilson's not conventionally an attractive person. So they can obviously do hers perfectly, no issue. But any other conventionally attractive woman, oh yeah, no, that's a problem. And that's what I always say. That's why I hate face scans, bro. Because then people are gonna make this argument that if you think if you think Faye looks ugly, that means you think that the Deborah Wilson looks ugly, which is just not true.
a break. And I say real OG God of
So
War
it's not even like she always looked like this, right? If she always looked like this since like Ragnarok, okay, whatever, right? Obviously, the issue would be the fact that she's still the main character, but that criticism of the uglified her would be okay, whatever, right? But the fact that there is a beautiful version of her in God of War Ragnarok, and they purposely made her ugly in the new Faye game, already tells you something, right? Look how good she looked, right? Look how conventionally attractive she looked right there, right? Look at that, right? She looked conventionally attractive while still looking like the actor, right? And that's the problem. They uglified her, right? And that's a fact. They have uglified Faye. Right? And they purposely uglified her. Purposely.
fans, because obviously I know that the, you know, soylent guzzling, you know, modern God of War fans who defend, you know, the 2018 game and Ragnarok, I'm sure they'll gobble this dog shit up. That's why I'm saying, you know, any real OG fans who actually played the original games.
I thought the no I well I'm not one of the people that hated the Norse mythology. I find the Norse one was fine, right? 2018 was good. Ragnarok's a little bit worse than 2018. I'm actually hitting back Ragnarok again because I want to do the Valhalla DLC. But yeah, like I think the Ragnarok duology was fine. But then again, if there had to be a game, right? Let's just say Sony forced me to say, hey, not forced me to say, but forced me to do, hey, you cannot make a game with Kratos as the main character. I would have chosen Atreus, honestly. Like he has Ingrid, he has a sword, he has his freaking he has his bear form and his animal forms, all that shit. So and then he has Angrboda as a helper and shit, like, as his partner and shit like that. That would have been cool, right? Atreus exploring more of the world, and then you come across like Egyptian things, which would be the setup to the next arc of God of War, right? The Egyptian saga or whatever. But no, instead you go out of left field, choose Faye out of all characters, a character who has only been mentioned, barely much of a character herself, and then oh yeah, let's just have her in the afterlife killing people while Kratos and Atreus go on this emotional journey, so that people can say, "Hey, if what phase is the foundation of the Norse duology, because without her, shit wouldn't have happened." They're gonna pull some shit like that, bro. Where it's like phase is the most important factor because without Faye, Atreus and Kratos wouldn't have succeeded. Some dumb shit. It's an assumption, but knowing how California people are nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if they go that route. Honestly.
You can't keep me here.
The gateway is closed. There is no escape.
And this right here is just how you know the game is written by body type 2s.
And here's the thing. I heard people say, "Oh, I'm hyped to see how she interacts with Zeus and Hercules and all that shit." Just like, what would he really even be talking about? Honestly, like, what is really there to discuss between? Like, what is the interactions that you're really gonna really get? Oh wow, Faye knows more about Kratos. Okay, but That's literally all you're getting from that. It, sorry, fucking I choked on my own fucking spit. Fucking shit. Oh shit. That's all you're getting, right? There's not really much you can do with that. It was in potential interaction of, oh, what if Faye met Zeus? Okay. Oh wow, Zeus talks about how destructive Kratos is. That's the only thing you can really talk about with that. I think there's much more potential for Kratos and fucking Zeus to meet up with each other after all these years. Be like, oh, you're after all these years, you're still fucking a lot. Like there is a lot more you can go off of. Cause there's so much history behind. There's so much history between like Kratos and Zeus that it will make more sense that Kratos was somehow sent to the everyone. But no, it's gonna be Faye, and she might. And again, there's the aspect of the gods, right? All the gods, right, from Greek, Egyptian, and most likely some Norse. So maybe she might meet up with four, some shit, possibly. I know four and her have some history together, so that maybe that's what you can bounce off of. That's the best you can do with Faye and everyone. If four, I don't know, four should be in Valhalla because he died in battle. So no, yeah, four should be in Valhalla. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, let's say four is in every way. Maybe you could do something with four. That's like the only way I can see it because they have history together. She and four fought. Don't know how she survived that because four is not only half Jotun, but he's actually half God, right? Oh, but the weapons are made by the same people. That doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't dissipate the fucking strength difference between four and Faye. But anyways, I mean four is drunk, so whatever. Anyways, the point is that like there's not really much you can go off of. And like again, what is the end goal for Faye? Like that's another question. Like obviously we don't know the answer, but right, what is the end goal for Faye in this game? Is it gonna be she trying to come back to Midgard or some shit? Because that's the point. If she wants to come back to life or some shit, then that's gonna ruin basically all of 2018. So like, yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be a question that we're gonna need to figure out, right? Because she's supposed to be going to some other, it's like Alfheim or some shit, but she ended up here. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a big plot point of how she ended up here. But then again, the reason why she could have been here in this limbo everywhere afterlife is that what the fucking cube fucker said is like, oh yeah, you're supposed to let go, you have to let go or some shit. So probably because she didn't say her final goodbyes to Kratos. Um yeah, but didn't she plan this all out though? She's the one that planned it all out in 2018, right? The whole journey and the whole and all the fucking predictions that Kratos and Atreus are gonna end up here. So I don't know why she's so uptight about letting go. I don't fucking know. The whole point is that this I don't know why people are so surprised that God of War fans have such a low interest in this game, especially when you've been playing as Kratos and going through Kratos' journey for over 20 years.
And made for body type 2s, because this demon monster thing, whatever the hell he's supposed to be, could have easily just crushed her skull in, but he just allows her to live and puts her in a cage that she could easily break out of. What's also funny is just how woke this game is from this 20-minute trailer that they showcased alone. It's just packed with woke bullshit in every direction that you look, in every, frame that you see. The demon guy is literally subservient to his ugly, I'm assuming, wife, who literally has dreads. Like, bow before your queen. It's like, could they have designed a more uglier, hideous abomination? But obviously, like I said,
Here's the thing, I don't know what she is, so I don't know what her, like, maybe if I see her, like, her mythology, I don't know what she is. I don't know what her name is. So maybe if I search up her, like, her design and mythology, maybe she's kind of accurate to it. But I don't know. I don't know what she looks like, so I'm not gonna fucking agree to that notion.
this creature here being
But she's ugly though.
ugly isn't enough. It just wasn't enough, okay? Because like I
Like,
said,
I don't really care about the dreads. I just care about her face. She's ugly as shit.
the guy is
But then again, I don't know what god she is, so maybe her design is pretty on par with what she looks like in the mythology. But yeah, she ugly though.
subservient to her and is basically the boss of him.
No, Betsy. I will handle that problem. You deal with our new pet.
All for it. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not, right?
This game is also filled with Reddit tier millennial writing where I'm not even joking. A literal cube of jello saves you and helps you to break out of the cage that you're trapped in.
Okay.
It's so funny that they actually mocapped this. They actually mocapped the fucking cube, because you know why? This shows just how lazy sometimes Santa Monica is, right? Because instead of actually you're in again, you're in the everyone, right? You're in the everyone, the melting pot of fucking mythologies and all that bullshit. But instead of choosing, a mythological creature or critter or whatever, you choose a freaking cube and a ribbon, because you're just that lazy to to not bother to search up, actual mythology creatures. That's how lazy these people are. They're so lazy that they don't want. Cause don't forget, it's a lot more work to do some actual research on good critters and good people and good animals in mythology. Then you know what? We're gonna choose a fucking cube and a ribbon, because that's just how lazy we are. Because you don't actually want to bother to search up all these mythologies, right? But we want to put this fucking cube in because it's easier on us. It is peak laziness right here. When you don't want to bother to serve any mythologies, or you don't want to properly put more work into the mocap or whatever. Yeah, let's just do a freaking cube, because you're just that freaking lazy.
I think they're gone.
I think that they're gone. I'm like hiding under a blanket from those bigot oppressors and shit.
Just be careful.
Fresh air.
Shut your bitch ass the fuck up!
Oh,
You're a cube. We mean air.
you're
You don't need air. You're a cube.
different.
You're a cube. Talking.
I just seriously don't know what they were thinking. Like, were they thinking at all when they made this game? I don't think so. I don't.
They were thinking of ways to cut corners. That's what they were thinking. They were thinking of ways to be as lazy as they can possibly. They were really thinking of ways to be as lazy as possible, and that was the way, right? Again, instead of bothering to do the research on mythological beings and mythological beings and thinking actually inserting them in a way that's actually good. No, we're gonna choose a ribbon and a cube because we're just so lazy of actually doing proper research on different mythologies that we don't want to bother with it. So we're just gonna choose a freaking cube just to cut corners and make it easier for us. That's why.
think these people are capable of thinking, okay? Let's be honest.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Like, nobody was asking for this. Not a single person. Nobody was wanting this. Why are these stupid, incompetent ass motherfuckers at Sony making this dog shit? It's like they know this shit isn't going to go over well. They know it's not going to sell, but again, these hacks can't help themselves. They're going to continue putting out these disgusting woke propaganda games until they go bankrupt. But maybe they aren't going to go bankrupt because with, how soy-filled the modern Sony fanboys are, they probably are eating up this slop, right? As the trailers, one of them has 114k likes and only 50k dislikes at the time of, recording this, and the other is at 18k likes and 13k dislikes, which is pretty sad because obviously these trailers should have way more dislikes than likes. If you go to the comments as well, you'll see firsthand some of the most sorry excuse of human beings that you'll ever come across in life, aka Redditors, defending the slop in the YouTube comments. I just had a thought of what could happen to that red guy if Kratos saw him hit his wife. Skull emoji. Like, how much you want to bet the soy boy cuck has never touched one of the OG God of War games in his life? How much you want to bet? I'd place my entire life savings on that shit, okay? I would literally do that. And then you get amazing responses like, Kratos would rip him in half, and probably the most soy comment I've ever read in my life, Kratos would stand by and let Faye fight. He respects her as a warrior.
All for it. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not, right?
Really? Kratos, the womanizer, respecting women? Have you ever touched the games? Do you remember how Kratos literally killed the body type 2 just to go through a gate or a door or whatever it was?
Yeah, he fucking fucking this man is so ruthless, bro. I remember it was the God of War 3. Man fucking put her in a fucking one of those rolling things and she got crushed to death. Just because Kratos needed a way to keep the gate open. Kratos needed a way to keep the gate open because if he twirled the thing, then the gate would eventually close down and he's not fast enough to make it there, even with the Hermes boots. So he needed something to block the thing, and that's what he got the fucking girl for. And it was crazy because the thing wasn't holding on for long, so it was about to fall down, and it crushed her. But her body caused the fucking wheel to stuck, which causes the gate to stuck. Yeah. God of War 3.
Also, when did Faye become this fucking warrior? This, what is she, the goddess of war now? I'm guessing it was probably.
I mean, she was always a capable fighter, but again, I'm not taking her feat. Oh, she went Bandman of Force seriously because first of all, Thor is drunk. He wasn't even on. He wasn't even serious, bro. This man was so fucking drunk. He was playing, bro. And she even beat Thor. She survived. She even beat the man. He just survived Thor. Wow.
Woke propaganda added to Ragnarok if I had to guess, but I don't know. But yeah, both the, this cube of jello and also the sword attached to the cube of jello or inside of it speak. So basically we were getting Forspoken 2.0 because every.
Oh yeah, because the freaking the van brace that the fucking chick wears in Forspoken is talking too. So it's it's talking objects all over again. And don't say fucking, oh, but what about Ingrid and Ragnarok didn't fucking talk. It had a personality, but didn't freaking talk. Keep it like that. I don't want to hear talking. I don't want to hear fucking talking objects, man. It's annoying.
modern
Had
game
enough.
needs some character or inanimate object talking to you and nagging at you at all times throughout the entire game and whenever you do something. I can't wait to play this trash game and have to solve a puzzle, and within 5 seconds of starting the, you know, quote-unquote puzzle, the sword is like, oh, did you try this, or did you try hitting this, or did you try pulling this lever over here, or did you try this, or during combat for the sword or jello cube to tell me to focus. Oh, wait a minute, they did do that and did show that in the trailer.
Try again!
Faye, focus! Faye, focus!
Shut up.
Sony is so fucking dead, and I genuinely don't think there is any recovering from this. And honestly, they have dug their grave.
Bro, I can't take this seriously, bro. Did you just freaking see fucking Frank come out of nowhere and bop the big guy? Look at this shit, bro. How can you take this seriously, man? What is this, man? How can you take this seriously? Just this freaking Q crowd, no one hit. Yo, bro, I can't yell. I hope this game. I know this is the thing. This game's not gonna flop, bro. The God of War brand is too. The God of War IP is too big to flop. It's not flopping, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But my projection is gonna be, it's not gonna sell well. At least compared to the other God of Wars, it's not gonna sell well. I predict that it's not gonna be selling well as 2018 or Ragnarok. I would say it's not gonna flop. Here's the thing. I say it's not gonna flop, but it's not gonna be selling as well as 2018 nor fucking Ragnarok.
They have dug their grave, and now they get to lay
Like, what
in
the
it.
fuck is this, man? You can imagine his fighting in battles, you seeing dumbass cubes sliding around. Yo, man, I'm pissed off already. The cube looks so out of place. Like, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of this shit. And you name him fucking Frank. Frank, really? Oh, but we spelled it differently. I don't care. The fact you chose Frank because it's already freaking annoying.
But again, with the comments defending this trash, I'm guessing it'll probably sell well, since Sony fanboys will eat up anything shoved down their disgusting gullets because they have zero self-respect and zero standards and zero morals. I really seriously do hope this game
Like,
bombs.
this game's annoying, man. Can you imagine? You're just fighting and you see this little cute bonk. Like, come on, man.
Miserably, and the God of War franchise can just be put to rest because they've done nothing but butcher and strip away everything that made this series what it was. Gone is the edge, gone is the cool factor, gone is everything, like literally everything that made this, you know, that made the original games fucking cool. And the cool, you know, over the top, fast paced action, instead it's replaced with a soy boy cuck for Kratos who gets to babysit an annoying little shit. And now we get to play as Kratos' dead wife in the new upcoming God of War LaFay. Can't wait for this game, dude. I'm definitely marking my calendar for this game. But yeah, as if it wasn't obvious by now, Sony just had their state of play and it was obviously fucking dog shit. Okay, maybe that's exaggerating just a teensy little bit. It was probably more like a 2 or 3 out of 10, but yeah, it was fucking horrible, and they closed the show with God of War LaFay.
Yeah, I'm not. First, Wolverine, it looks fine. I just have an issue with the whole regeneration thing, because when Wolverine regenerates, his outfit does too, which is just fucking stupid. I think that when Wolverine regenerates, his outfit should not, and his outfit should only be repaired back to normal when it's like the next mission or some shit. Besides that, I don't like the fact that when he regenerates, the suit regenerates too. It's annoying. And it's like they're trying to soften like a lot of like the gore of Wolverine, because they overcompensate with a lot of blood instead of actually, you know, making it much more visceral by seeing like body parts rip apart and shit like that. They're kind of soft on their body parts on the gore of Wolverine. And then obviously Jean Grey looks mid as shit.
Which was leaked a while back. There really wasn't anything new to see in this horrible direct other than
But again, I'm not. Until Dawn, I don't really care. I played a little bit of the first one, didn't really care for it, and I don't care about the second one either. Oh, we're not in the winter. We're not in the winter now. We're in the opposite. We're in a total opposite environment, the tropical land. Yeah, I don't care.
God of War and the new Until Dawn game. Everything else shown, which they showed about 20 or so titles, were all just games that have already showcased in the past, such as the game that they
Marathon.
opened up the show with, Insomniac's new Wolverine game. And honestly, the game doesn't look horrible. Well, aside from the fact that Deborah Bug-Eyed Wilson is in this game, which honestly,
of course, she's in everything, man. I'm tired of her. Her fatigue is like the Pedro Pascal fatigue. He's like, I don't have anything against Deborah Wilson as a person or whatever, but it's like that. It's like eating the same thing over and over again. We just get tired of eating the same thing. That's what I see with Deborah Wilson. I'm seeing in fucking everything from fucking Star Wars to this. It's just annoying. And guess what? They get her face accurate, and I'm not surprised because she's not conventionally attractive, unlike fucking Deborah and shit, or Deborah and shit like that. Yeah, of course. Oh gosh.
shouldn't really surprise anybody at this point, since she's in like every modern game and she's in like every Sony game. So is this really surprising to anyone? Probably not. However, okay, it doesn't mean that I like it, nor does it mean I want to continue to see her bald ass and bulging eyes in every fucking video game that I play and constantly be reminded of her existence. Okay,
Yeah, it's like that. Her, the equivalent to her. Her fatigue is like the Pedro Pascal fatigue, where you see him in everything, and it's annoying. Right? It's like I don't even hate Pedro Pascal like that, but he's in everything now. It's annoying, and that's the same thing I feel about freaking Deborah Wilson. I don't even hate her. She's just annoying. It's just annoying that she's in everything, bro. Every single fucking main popular game, she's in it, and it's annoying, bro.
Can we stop with that, please? Or am I asking for too much? Like, I don't know about you, but I've had enough Deborah
Like,
Wilson.
damn, man. She has nothing else going on for her besides doing this, bro. Like, I don't mean to sound mean, but it's like she has no other work besides just doing this. Like, either she has fucking best time management, or she got no work going for her.
In one lifetime, and I would really appreciate it, okay, if I didn't have to ever look at her again. But that's just me. Maybe some people find Deborah Wilson super hot and attractive and like want to, you know, bang her and go out with her. You know, I'm not one of those people, okay? Maybe you know, the people who love God of War LaFay, maybe they want to do that, but me personally, not into her. But yeah, she's not the only creature that's unappealing to the eyes either, since we are shown Jean Grey, and she might not look as ugly as Mystique from the, you know, previous trailer, but she still has some.
Yeah, Mystique looks whatever. Let me see her face. Let me see Mystique again.
Might not look as ugly.
She looks whatever. I mean, it's not a good image. I don't see her full face, but she looks whatever. Obviously, she looks better than fucking Jean Grey. That's for sure.
As Mystique from the, you know, previous trailer, but she still has a man's face and jaw and has basically zero curves to her body, since apparently women having curves isn't realistic in, you know, the modern day. Although if you,
it's not Microsoft, but Microsoft also pushed this. Yeah, we're not gonna make characters as curvy anymore. There's some article that there is that the let me switch it up. Let me give you something. Let me see something. I'm pretty sure it is an article. Microsoft curvy. Oh, curvy female. So yeah, so this is from Pirate Nation, Steam community, RT International. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. So Microsoft is doing it, right? Microsoft wants to ban uh curvy females from video games, right? And then obviously Pirate Nation says that Microsoft they're not gonna ban, but they're discouraging developers from creating curvy female characters. She worked for South of Midnight, by the way, and this is true. And this is basically what he did. This is basically what he did when he did his version of Lara Croft. But yeah, this is pretty much true that they are basically making unattractive female characters on purpose. And if Microsoft's doing it, wouldn't be surprised if Sony's following the same exact thing. Don't forget, Sony is now in freaking California. We all know those Californian people. We all know those California people, man. Right? Look, creating female characters if with exaggerated air quotes, aka no tits and ass body proportions, right? So yeah, and this is what 2024. So again, they've been doing this shit. They've been doing this shit for fucking years, man. So yeah, so it's literally a fact that they're doing this, and if Microsoft is doing it, more than sure that Sony's doing it too. Where's Microsoft? Where's Microsoft located? Let me see. Microsoft. Where they located? Where's the headquarters at? Where the headquarters at? Because it all comes out. Where they at? Where they at? Oh, they're in Washington. Oh, they're in Washington. Ooh, you little sick bitches. Ooh. Oh, they're in Seattle. Oh, they're in the. Oh. Oh. Oh God, they're near Seattle. They're near Seattle. Oh God. What West Coast, man? Oh my goodness, man. The West Coast. They're near Seattle, and y'all know how Seattle be in terms of politics. But yeah, again, if Microsoft is doing it and Sony, if I remember correctly, they're in California, right? Sony headquarters. I'm more than sure they're in California. No, not Japan. Let's talk about USA, right? They're in New York City. They're in New York City. Oh, okay, they're in New York City. Oh no, that's Sony. That's the Sony corporation headquarters. Let me see Sony Interactive. Sony Interact. That's the gaming one. Sony Interactive. Yeah, they're in California, so that explains it. That explains it easily. They if fucking Microsoft's doing it, Sony's gonna be fucking doing it too. They're in California for fucking Christ's sakes.
Ask me, that's
Hold
pretty
on, let me just toss my dryer a second. Give me a second, guys. All right, I'm back. I was meant to put something else in the dryer, so let me just close my door. Okay, we back.
fucking sexist and not very inclusive at all. But yeah, needless to say though,
Yeah, we're sexist yet, the same people with the same chuds will hyper celebrate. And then when the hyper celebrate, because here's the thing. When Lawfare came out and the chuds were kind of mad at it, they were like, okay, so I guess we hate women. And then literally a couple of days after, Celebrate Blood Rain gets the trailer out. All the chuds are liking it. And now they're calling them PDF files because you can't use the same audio as they did before. Because it wouldn't make sense. So yeah, it really tells you how these people are, bro.
fucking ugly since this is a modern Sony game to nobody's surprise. The gameplay, though, at least looks okay, or about what you would expect from an Insomniac game or like a modern Sony game. It looks like it's probably a bit faster than Spider-Man's gameplay. There's also a lot of blood, which is honestly a highlight and something that's kind of unexpected, since you'd think they would just, tone down the blood, since most modern games, for whatever reason, hate blood and gore.
No, what I hate about this is that when you stab someone, instead of the blood being there, like it's like it wouldn't make it would only make sense if like instead of the blood being there until like you go into like a body of water, then it gets rid of the blood. No, the blood just fades off, like it just fades away, as if it's like some like disappearing ink. That's another thing I'm pissed off about. Sure, yeah, cool, the added blood, but now the blood's fading away. When you have it for a little for a certain period of time, the blood just gone. Instead of oh, if you do like a dodge roll, or like maybe like you go into like a body of water, maybe then the blood will fade away. But nah, the blood just fades away just somehow automatically.
Although there isn't any dismemberment, which I personally would have loved to see. Like, imagine if this game had like Ninja Gaiden dismemberment, where you chop off their arms and limbs and heads. Like
Yeah,
that.
I mean much more sense. Yeah, that's something I'm talking about. Like dismemberment. It's like softcore. They don't. It's like they didn't want to go. They wanted to do it, but they didn't want to go all the way. So they overcompensated on the blood.
That'd be extremely fucking cool and based, but obviously they would never do that. But yeah, I can't complain about the blood, as I think it looks good and the combat looks pretty solid from what we are shown. So maybe this game will actually be fun, but I still wouldn't support the game or these hack developers when they put Deborah Wilson in the game and they also make the body type 2s as hags. Although I guess, thinking about the dismemberment thing, I think near the end of the trailer they do show a guy getting his head or upper body completely smashed in and another guy splitting in two. But that's, from what I can tell, only a cutscene, and I doubt you'll be able to do anything like that in the actual game, but who knows. Although one major red flag is they say this is a focused, story-driven game.
This is a single-player action-adventure game featuring a focused, story-driven experience.
Which means it doesn't matter how good the combat is if half the game is just cutscenes and holding the W key or holding up on the control stick, walking from point A to point B, while somebody yaps to you with some bullshit exposition dumping or pointless talking. So yeah, it's probably unfortunately going to be a cutscene heavy game with all the modern game design tropes. It's coming out September 15, 2026, which is honestly pretty soon. Maybe I'll finally pick up a PS5 and a capture card so I can start reviewing the Sony slop games, as with GTA 6 whenever that shit drops. Next up, they show the Marvel fighting game, Marvel Token Fighting Souls, which it's also available pretty soon on August 6th. I don't really play many fighting games, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, me too. It looks cool, but I'm not much of a fighting game guy. I'm gonna be honest.
Right, if you are interested in these sorts of games. I will say I like the graphics and art style way more than the Wolverine game, that's for sure, especially since the women actually look like women in this game, unlike the abominations in Wolverine. Maybe I'll pick up and try this game since, it's obviously coming to
Yeah,
PC.
wait, is this game Tokon Fighting Souls? Marvel Tokon. Who's the developers? Because the developers are Eastern, then that tells you something. Arc System Works. Are they? Oh, the Japanese. Yeah, that's why. That's why the woman looks so good. Because they're in Japan. The Japanese. Fucking wow. That's why the woman looks so fucking good. Because they're in Japan. Arc System Works is a Japan company. That makes sense. I'm about to say, oh, is this a Western company? Nope. It's Japan. That's why the women look good. Because it's Japan. And Japan actually likes attractive women. Fuck,
like
man.
a lot of the games shown at this showcase. I really hope it isn't $60 though, because that's just a really big asking price for a fighting game, in my opinion, unless it has some sort of single player mode that's actually
If I remember
somewhat
correctly, fucking Invincible Boost is that much. I'm like, yeah, no. Just no.
Flushed out and, has some depth to it, not just some shitty arcade mode where you fight like, I don't know, like 8 characters, then the credits roll. But yeah, maybe I'll check this one out depending on the price. Then they show Rayman Legends Retold, which I think is just a remaster of the original Legends game. It's coming out October 1st.
Don't care. I want it. I want Rayman. I used to play Rayman on the 3DS, bro. Rayman has a thing in my heart, bro. Rayman, I love Rayman.
Didn't play the original, and honestly, I haven't really played many Rayman games, at least none of the 2D ones. I played the 3D one on the PS2, and I remember liking that game as a child, and I've also played the Rayman Raving Rabbids games, which are pretty fun. The game doesn't look bad. It looks pretty fun, I guess I would say, although it's probably a game that I'll wait for a sale though, especially since I've always preferred 3D platformers over the 2D ones. Not to say that I don't like the 2D platformers, as I do, but just not nearly as much as the 3D ones. Next, we get to see the origin stories of Afro Samurai, and shit, man, where you get to work at a Japanese restaurant and do a lot of bitch work like cleaning dishes, swatting flies, pouring tea, and cutting vegetables. How fun, dude. All while some sick rap beats play, since obviously all brothers love the sick rap beats and shit, man. But yeah, I seriously don't even know what the fuck this game's supposed to be or what it's trying to do.
It's like a Cooking Mama show. Not Cooking Mama show. It's like a Cooking Mama game where it's like, do this motion to cut up the vegetables or some shit like that. That's basically what it is. It's Cooking Mama. And I don't mind Cooking Mama because I played a little bit of it.
Is it some minigame type of game like WarioWare? Is it supposed to be more like a life sim game or something along the lines of Shenmue? I don't know. I have no idea at all. All I know is you play as a fellow Kang and you get to do mundane tasks while a rap beat is playing and shit. But yeah, the game is called Bancho the Chef. I guess they are, you know, trying to pull in some of the brother audience to play this game, but I don't think they are touching this one when they have their yearly slop releases like NBA 2K, Madden, and Call of Duty. Let's just be real.
I don't even play Madden though. I don't play Madden. I played FIFA. Wasn't a big fan of that because FIFA. I like FIFA, but it's too slow. I know my uncle likes fucking FIFA a lot, but FIFA is too slow paced, man. That's the thing about FIFA because the fucking field is so large. That's like you're not gonna get a lot of goals. It's 2K is more fast paced. So that's why I like 2K better. It's a much more fast paced, reactive game.
Not a single brother is, you know, picking up this game. Okay, let's just be honest.
I think I this is the thing. It looks interesting, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm. That's a game that I'll get like on sale. If it's like a big ass discount on it, then I'll probably get it. But besides that, nah.
But yeah, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to like the video. Make sure to take subscribers and shit, man. Then we were shown a game called Kimuri, which I don't even know what this game is supposed to be either. I guess it's some co-op game, but it looks like some gay-ass Fortnite ripoff, at least in terms of the aesthetics. Can't these clowns just make good-looking games anymore? How do games from 20 years ago look better than whatever Rainbow threw up this is supposed to be? Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis is shown again, and it looks pretty close to classic Tomb Raider, I'd say. It does look a little bit more on the cheaper end, though, and I do think Laura's Melons could have been made, you know, just a teensy little bit bigger, okay, let's be honest, but it's close enough, I guess. Then we were shown Mixtape 2, but instead with dinosaurs. Well, it's being published by Annapurna, the same billion-dollar company that, you know, published Mixtape and other highly woke games. So yeah, make sure to put this game on your do not recommend list. From what they've shown, it looks to be just another walking simulator. You also play as a fellow body type 2 to nobody's surprise. We were then shown Phantom Blade Zero. We're shown like a grand total of 2 seconds of
I have no opinion on that game. That game looks fine. It reminds me a bit like Alien Isolation, except like dinosaurs is kind of what it is.
Laura's Melons could have been made the same to put this game on your do not fellow body type 2 to.
But definitely the fact that it's by Annapurna, it's published by her. Yeah, that is definitely gonna get some bad taste in people's mouths. Especially how AstroTurf's Mixtape was.
It looks to be just another cutscenes, and it doesn't even have a release date yet. It's coming out supposedly late summer 2026, so I'm guessing probably late September, although I'm guessing it's probably going to be delayed, hence why they haven't given a release date yet, since, you know,
no, I'm interested in Phantom Blade.
September isn't very far away. After that, Sony decides to flashbang our eyes with some they/them creature who is, you know, supposedly a body type 2, and honestly with the voice, I'm not too sure about that one, okay?
Back in early 2023, S-Game first showed us Phantom Blade Zero.
Remember when game companies and studios would showcase the hottest ladies, you know, the baddies to showcase their games? Well, not anymore. I mean, honestly, Sony should take a note or hint from like Mexican weather channels. Like if you're gonna ask me, they always
Telemundo?
have
My
like 10
goodness,
out of
bro.
10 Latinas telling you about the weather when you know it's like in Mexico and it's always going to be fucking sunny. Like, what is the other types of weather in Mexico? Okay, let's be honest, it's just fucking sunny. Okay, let's be real. They aren't watching, you know, these channels for the weather. Okay, let's be honest, they're watching it for the big fucking melons. But you know, they know that men watch it because of the hot women. How about you do the same, so I don't have to close my eyes or look away from my screen every time one of these you know, beautiful creatures is put onto the screen. We then are shown Dune Awakening, which comes out on PlayStation September 22nd.
Dune Awakening looks fine to me, but the combat is kind of stiff. I watched a bit of Dune Awakening at school during my break time, and I watched a little bit of gameplay. It looks fine. Like, it's more the exploration. I would say the exploration is gonna be the appeal of Dune Awakening. The combat's kind of stiff. I'll admit that the combat is kind of stiff.
2026. This is a game, by the way, I'm pretty sure has been out on PC for several months at this point,
It
if not
has.
probably half a year or maybe even a year. I don't really remember, but this game's been out on PC for a pretty long time, so I'm glad Sony can finally get sloppy seconds for this game, and I'm really glad they showed off this game that's, again, already been out for months. I mean, it looks okay though. I guess it's just your millionth open world survival game where there really isn't much to say about it. If you like these type of games, then you'd obviously probably enjoy this game. After that,
Yeah, look at that. You saw that when you're doing the punches. Like, yeah, that's the thing. The combat's kind of stiff. But I mean, like Dune, like even the books, like the combat's very like it's more like patience stuff and stuff like that. It's not like how usually like an action pack would be. But yeah, I'll say the Dune Awakening. It's more for exploration type shit. That's like the appeal of Dune Awakening. You're not gonna win combat. You're not gonna be very excited.
We get to see Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered, which is like a 20+ year old game, probably closer to 25 years old, which unironically probably was the highlight of this dog shit state of play, let's be honest. Dynasty Warriors.
Kind of funny how the highlight for him was the game that it's an older game.
Warriors 3 is a pretty solid game and one of the better games in the series, and it's obviously a massive step up in terms of visuals from the original PS2 version. After that, we are shown No Rest for the Wicked, another—
Yeah, I never played Dynasty Warriors, but I have played a similar game like that, but it's called like One Piece Pirate Warriors, where it's similar to that, where it's like hordes of enemies and you're fighting like Cowboy Warriors or stuff like that. It's basically what the One Piece Pirate Warriors was, and yeah, I like it. I like what it looks like Dynasty Warriors. Maybe I'll get it later on when it's out, but I don't know. We'll see.
Another game that's been out on PC for probably a year at this point, maybe longer, maybe a little bit shorter. It's basically an over-the-head or isometric Souls-like action RPG, I think. I was thinking about picking up this game at some point since it looks pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, it's coming out and releasing 1.0 during October of this year. Maybe I'll just wait for, you know, the full release to play it. Then we are shown Onimusha Way of the Sword, and it feels like it's been like the 500th time they've showcased this game. It's much like many of the other games shown here, coming out in September 25th. And there's even a demo out now, which I might try the demo, honestly. I usually don't pick up demos because I'd rather just play the full game or just play a different game than wasting my time on a demo, but it's there for people who care. They show some gameplay, but like most modern trailers, they turn off the HUD, which genuinely just pisses me off. Like, if you're going to show gameplay, right, don't disable the HUD, you fucking retards. People want to see what the HUD looks like, or at least I do. Stop with this bullshit realism. Anybody who plays games without a HUD for realism is an idiot, okay? Let's be real. Let's just be real. I'm sorry I have to be the one to say it, but stop being a retard. The game looks okay, I guess, but it has the same exact problems and issues every modern Capcom game has, where all the colors and visuals are completely washed out and everything just looks so drab and boring because of the RE engine that they keep using. It was meant for Resident Evil. Stop forcing every other game to use this dogshit engine. It can't handle open world, you know, areas or games such as what we saw from Dragon's Dogma 2, where the FPS was literally abysmal, and it has problems when there are a bunch of enemies on the screen all at once as well. It has so many issues because clearly these action focused games weren't designed for this shitty ass engine, but for whatever reason Capcom insists on using it for everything. I really hate the RE engine, but yeah, hopefully Onimusha is going to be good. I do like the previous games.
Is there an actual demo for Onimusha? Because One Night Steam looks actually pretty nice. Let me see. Let me see. Onimusha. Is it Onimusha with the sword? Onimusha. Is there a demo? Is there a demo? Let me see. Let me see. Is there a demo? Oh, here's a demo. Okay. I'll add to my library. Okay. Yeah, I'll play it. It looks cool. I like when I like the
You know, all the previous Onimusha games are pretty fucking solid. And you know, their last game that Capcom put out, Pragmata, was honestly a pleasant surprise, as I actually did enjoy that game. So maybe Capcom is actually coming back. Maybe they're starting to, you know, make fun games again. Who knows? We then are shown Silent Hill B for brother, or Silent Hill N for
That's a weird way to get an ad, but that's such a weird place to put an ad. It just like it gets you figuring. Did this guy just say the N? Shit, bro. That was so unexpected. It was like, wait a minute. Like, what the hell? Did you just say the N word, bro?
God, you ain't funny.
where you literally play as a hipster-looking black millennial guy, which is obviously what everybody wanted, wasn't it? Which I guess I shouldn't expect anything less from this dogshit IP nowadays, since the last Silent Hill game started a body type 2 in Japan, not even in America, not even in Silent Hill, which the theme being literal feminism and marriage bad.
Cut the crap and apologize.
Yeah, apologize.
Apologize for all the trouble you caused us!
How dare you speak to me like that?
I hated my father. Men get treated no differently than animals. Men get treated no differently than animals.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
So obviously the only natural progression from that woke bullshit would be going from a body type 2 to a fellow brother of color, am I right? I also can't wait for the next Silent Hill where they have to make it even more woke and they have to add the next diversity, you know, character, where I'm playing as, I don't know, like, I guess Balji, and instead of there actually being monsters that try to kill you, it's just the normal locals of India trying to scam you and get you to buy, you know, them Google Play gift cards. Can't wait for that game, honestly. But yeah, this game looks like absolute fucking dog shit, and Konami clearly has zero quality control and zero respect for the name Silent Hill. We are shown some gameplay where you're stealthing around and you throw a glass bottle to distract the enemies. I really hope this isn't the entire game. I really hope you'll have actual guns and you can actually kill the monsters, especially since, again, the last Silent Hill game didn't have guns either. The monster design is also pretty generic in my opinion, so yeah, fuck this game and every fake Silent Hill fan. Next up is Ace Combat 8, releasing October 2nd of this year, and I've never touched an Ace Combat game in my life. Maybe they are fun, who knows, but
well, I'm gonna be honest, I never knew Ace Combat existed. Okay, for the Silent Hill fan, not interested to play Silent Hill. I do have Silent Hill 2 downloaded, but I haven't touched it yet. Yeah, it's my reaction. I don't really fucking care about Silent Hill.
Be honest, I'm not really excited for this game. Then we were shown Stuntman Hollywood, which I think this used to be a series, right? It looks like it could be pretty fun, especially if it's a lot more on the arcadey side, you know, kind of like Burnout or something along those lines, which that's what it seems or looks to be, like they are going after a more arcadey feel. After that, we were shown Ill, which I'm hoping this game is actually good, as it looks pretty cool, and I am a huge fan of survival horror games. It looks really bloody and gory. The atmosphere and tone of the game looks really...
Yeah, it kind of looks like The Evil Within. Looks like that's what it kind of looks like. It reminds me of The Evil Within type shit.
cool. I just hope it's more game than movie. Even Grace is in this game and she seemed to have gotten some breast implants, but yeah, hopefully the game is good. But I don't have super high hopes, and you need to always have your expectations, you know, low for modern games, very low, since they almost always disappoint. Then we are shown Control Resonant, which I don't think I could care any less about, especially after the dumpster fire that was FBC Firebreak, one of the shittiest games I've ever played in my entire life. And then they also made Alan Woke 2, where a queen replaces the main character, you know, the only character anybody's actually playing the game for. So yeah, fuck Remedy. I hope this game flops, and I hope they go bankrupt and become Squidward's begging for spare change. Fuck this company.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am. Squidward?
We then get a trailer for everybody's favorite game, Marathon. Sony needs
It's funny how Marathon said, fuck Destiny. Fuck our biggest game ever, biggest IP. Let's just focus on this game. The game that nobody gives a shit about. Yeah, let's just focus on that. Instead of focusing on Moneymaker, Destiny, now let's just focus on this because we don't know. I don't know why.
You know, get some of those billions of dollars back from buying this piece of shit studio that is known as Bungie. Like, I seriously don't know why Sony would buy Bungie for $3 billion when they
legit, it's a waste of money. The only hit that they got is freaking Destiny. That's the only hit they got. Let me see Bungie. Man, let me see Bungie. What the fuck they add? What Bungie? What games that Bungie make? Let's see here. Let me see here. Let me see all the games they made. Marathon. Fucking goodness. Abuse, Myth. Never heard of these. What the fuck? Combat Evolved? Never heard of Combat Evolved. Okay, they made Halo. Okay. They made Halo. Okay, they made Halo. And Destiny, that's all you got. All you got is Halo and Destiny. And then you said, screw Destiny. Let's just focus, because obviously Halo, it obviously they haven't made new Halo in fucking years, right? Because I don't think they made Halo Infinite. I don't see Halo Infinite here. So, yeah, they haven't made Halo in fucking years. They didn't touch Halo in years. And then they said, hey, screw Destiny. Let's focus on Marathon. Yeah, sure, buddy. Like people, like Destiny players are gonna flock to Marathon. And yeah, you're stupid if you think that's gonna happen.
One fucking game, and that, you know, that being
Stupid,
Destiny
man.
2, because obviously they don't own the rights to Halo, and even if they did, let's be real, Halo.
Okay, that's why. I'm about to say it was Halo Infinite. They didn't own, so they don't own Halo anymore. The only guy is Destiny, and they said screw Destiny. Besides the fact that thousands of players are tens of hundreds of thousands of players are still playing Destiny, screw Destiny. We want to focus on Marathon for some reason.
Halo's kind of in the dumps nowadays. Let's be real, nobody gives a shit about Halo. Well, I guess I'm actually wrong. They also do own Marathon, a game that has basically flopped, and for a good reason too, as it's genuinely one of the most repulsive and just most disgusting games to look at, with some of the worst character designs I've ever looked at in my entire life. Everything about the game just screams ugly, and the gameplay is pretty dog shit.
I mean, it screams androgynous. That's what it screams. It screams very androgynous. I mean, they're robots, right? They seem to look like robots, so it screams mostly androgynous shit.
Too. It feels like your typical Destiny 2 style, you know, shooting, which, let's just be real, Destiny 2 fanboys can cope and shit all they want, but that dog shit game has never had good gunplay. The gunplay in Destiny has always been bad. It's always felt floaty, and like your gun isn't even shooting bullets or projectiles, but instead...
As a person who has played a little bit of Destiny, I can agree to it. It does feel floaty. That is one thing about Destiny. It does feel a little bit floaty at times.
Projectiles are just,
as a former Destiny player, I wasn't like hardcore like some of my friends were, but like I used to play Destiny like on my own and shit, and yeah, it's a bit floaty. Sure.
Coming through the screen, if that makes any sense. But yeah, Marathon is horrible. It's especially funny since Bungie is ending support for Destiny 2, and they aren't even working on Destiny 3 either. So basically, all they have now is Marathon. I don't know who's in charge of Bungie, but
fire them. Fire the person that said let's work on freaking Marathon. Fire them immediately. Because if you think that people from Destiny are gonna flock to Marathon, then you're freaking stupid. They're not gonna. They're gonna hate you for doing something like that. Especially the hardcore Destiny players. They're gonna hate you for doing that.
Whoever it is must really want to see both Bungie and Sony burn and fail, which, hey, I'm not opposed to, okay? I'm not opposed to that. Fuck both, Sony and Bungie. But yeah, then we are shown another very big boned body type too. Like, I'm actually being serious. Is a qualification to work at Sony nowadays. You must be a female, in quotations, obviously, and that you must either be a beached land whale or you have to be visually repulsive to look at. Are these seriously the qualifications to get a job at Sony nowadays? It certainly has to be. You can't convince me otherwise at this point. We then are shown.
I don't even mind that. Just how about you not the showcaser? I don't even mind them working there as long as it's not the showcaser, bro. But they are.
RuneScape Dragon Wilds, another game that's been out on PC for probably a year at this point, more or less. Are you guys seeing like a pattern so far with like the games in the showcase?
Yeah, they're kind of trying to catch up. Still too late. It's like, okay, let's get all these games that were already on PC months ago and put them in.
It's literally all fucking games that have already released on PC, and it's going to release on PlayStation.
They tried to do that for Blue Protocol, but Blue Protocol still was shut down. It's funny. They tried to do that for Blue Protocol, but the server shut down, and now it's in a mobile game. It's a mobile PC game now.
PlayStation Plus day one of the game coming out. Wow, I'm definitely subbing to PlayStation Soy Pass for this one, aren't you guys? Oh my god, bro, sign me up. I haven't played the game. It's another generic open world survival crafting game, and from what I've seen or heard, it is missing nearly all the iconic skills from RuneScape. Like, the game only has a handful of skills, which is definitely a great idea. Release a RuneScape game with only, like, I don't know, 10 skills when that's the whole point of RuneScape, is building up all your skills. Fucking incompetent retards. Afterwards, we were shown new games.
No, this only, that RuneScape game only looks fun if you have friends playing. It looks mad boring if you don't have any friends playing with you, bro.
Games coming
you
to
play
PlayStation
solo.
Plus. And when I say new games, what I really mean is games that are 20 plus years old. We are shown Until Dawn 2, and the writing is fucking horrible and cringe, which
Producers like us.
Yeah, I'm gonna push Luke. I'm gonna push him, not knowing where the hell to go. Push him.
Over! Rotated on that one.
A for effort, dude.
Who's the buff idiot?
Does no one know this guy?
Like, who's the buff idiot? Does anybody, like, know this guy? Really shouldn't surprise anybody, since they just put out Directive 8020.
It reminds me of my husband, Mikhail.
He passed, didn't he?
Obviously, from playing that game, you can probably expect the same levels of quality in dialogue and writing for this game. But yeah, more interactive movie slop, can't wait, sign me up. I just don't get how Sony has fallen this far from grace. The PS2, PS1, hell, even the PS3 era had such bangers of games for the PlayStation, from Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter.
I'm so mad that they haven't made a Jak and Daxter yet. Because Jak and Daxter still hits, and they don't want to make a new one. I don't understand why. But you know what? I'm glad they don't want to make a new one, because they would ruin those. What's those female characters called? I think one of them name's Terra, Jak. I'll just say Jak and Daxter characters. I need to know what their names are. Let me see. Characters. Let me see. Kiara. Ashlyn, bro. Yo, bro, I remember back in the day, bro. Like those two, bro. Low key, I kind of like Ashlyn a little bit more, but yeah, bro. But they look mad good, man. Oh, she got fucked up here in the last Frontier, God. But yeah. That's why I'm like low key. I'm like it's conflicting. It's a conflicting what you looked in Jack X. I have a confliction of like how I feel of them even touching Jack anymore, bro. What she look like in Jack X? Let me see what she looked like in Jack X, please. Let me see what Ashlyn looked like, please. Okay, he's still curvy, but they fucked up Kara though. But yeah, bro. I want Jack and Daxter game. But you know what? Sometimes it's better to leave things back in the past, and I think that's better that they did that. Because next thing you know, they start uglifying Ashley and fucking Kara. Some shit, bro. That's why I'm scared for fucking. I want Sly Cooper to come back, especially Sly Cooper, because it got left on a cliffhanger in season time. But I'm scared of what they're gonna do to Carmelita. They might uglify her like they fucking did, like they always do to other female characters. That's why I'm fucking scared of them bringing them back, especially Sly Cooper, especially with left on a cliffhanger like that. That's why I'm scared of them to bring back all the fucking other ones.
Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, God of War, Sly Cooper, Little Big Planet, and obviously some of these games like Final Fantasy weren't owned by Sony, but it was still locked to their systems at the time. It is pretty much all games that focused on the gameplay. Now in the modern year with current Sony, it's all games that focus on the shitty story and put almost zero focus on the actual gameplay. You know, the part of the game that actually makes it a game. Because why make good gameplay in a video game? It's not like people buy video games to actually play them, right? Then we are shown God of Body Type 2s as the closer, where we get to see the events of what happens to—
Yeah, look, and this is why I don't like the fucking excuse. Oh, but they updated the graphics. Look how Kratos looks. Look how Kratos looks. He looks damn near 1-to-1 to what he looked like in the PS4 version, or in PS4 version or Ragnarok version. I don't want to fucking hear it. They have uglified Faye on purpose. I don't want to fucking hear it. Look how Kratos looked, man. Look how, and you can even watch the little trailer of seeing up close of Kratos, and they kept his face damn near 1-to-1. So I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, because they updated the graphics or whatever. That's why Faye looks much more, a bit more real, close to realism or not. No, they uglified it purposely. It's undeniable.
Happens to Faye after she dies in God of War 2018, as she goes to the God Afterlife or some bullshit, and she meets a quirky little animal to guide her across her adventures, because obviously Reddit, what else? Then we are even shown some combat, and she literally has aerial combos and shit. Somehow this body type 2 stole all of the aerial combos from Kratos, I don't know, which I guess adds up for this woke piece of shit game. Make this stupid body type 2 Kratos, but just better in every aspect, even though Kratos is the God of War. You know, that doesn't really matter, since Faye can just girl boss herself out of any situation, and you know, she's like the goddess of war now. Her weapon even has like these whips attached to it that just extend outwards, kind of like another weapon that a certain somebody in the series uses, and it even has the ability to grapple enemies. This game seriously does need a bomb, and Sony needs to lose millions of dollars on this horrible piece of shit. And my god, just look at her fucking face, bro. Like, how are normies okay with this? How do you find this repulsive bullshit to be acceptable? But yeah, this state of play was awful, truly awful, yet somehow fanboys will eat this slop up. I bet because the modern audience has zero standards, right? You know, they don't care. But yeah, this was terrible.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out. Real talk.
Okay, we're gonna do the DMC shit, because I want to get my thoughts off of DMC, bro. Fucking goodness, man. I can't fucking believe they fucked up DMC. Oh, man. I'm not even that big on DMC, bro. And I, even as a person who hasn't played a lot of the games, I would say that the show is even bad on itself. Oh, it's season 1+2. Okay. It's season 1 and 2. Okay.
Horrible Devil May Cry Netflix anime, since—
And again, this Devil May Cry, the Netflix show is only good if you have never played the games. I'm gonna say that right now. Devil May Cry is only good if you have never played the games, or it would be decent if you have never played the games. I tried doing a fucking review on DMC season 1, but my mic was cutting out and shit. And I didn't do another review, so I said fuck that. I'm not gonna release the video. Screw that. I even made a thumbnail and everything. I'm like, yo, if I thought I had like a 30-hour fucking, not 30-hour, a 30 freaking minute video, and my mic was fucking up the whole time. Yeah, screw that. I'm not recording another fucking video. So I just scrapped it, never bothered to.
This is my first time watching both season 1 and now 2. It's gotta be one of the worst adaptations out there, which honestly, once you learn
Bro, it's hardly an adaptation, bro. It just has the name. It just uses the fucking names of like the other demons and shit like that. That's all they do, bro.
about the creator Adi Shankar and how he is a complete hack, a larper, and a street shitter, then it becomes painfully obvious as
Oh, let me see that. Let me see. Let me see that shit. At a time, yeah, he got mad. He didn't like when DMC 5 was announced. He really didn't like it. Because he wanted to be the guy to revive the DMC franchise. But now since DMC 5 was coming out at the time, he was the showrunner. It was like, oh, like his claim, his spotlight got fucking dimmed. So now he had like a beef with DMC 5 or some fuck for that reason. Because he wanted the fucking attention. He wanted more attention. He just didn't get it.
how he is a complete hack, a larper, and a
Operating in the bootleg universe. Okay, so bootleg universe where I remix, reinterpret, or intentionally take bold liberties and subvert existing IPs. Will I play things straight, honoring the source material's core essence? Yeah, no, he did bootleg. That's what he did. He didn't do the Adi Shankar animation, bro. He bootlegged that shit, bro. Clearly, he bootlegged that shit. He didn't do the latter. He did the former.
street shitter, then it becomes
like fucking Magni Ruda having heads and shit. It makes no sense because in the games they don't have a head. Their heads are on the swords.
painfully obvious as to why.
Hey, who cares, right? I didn't even play much of it. I didn't even play that game, and I know a little bit more DMC than this fucking guy ever probably does.
Why this anime is so bad. This entire anime is just a slap in the face to anybody who is even the slightest.
Oh yeah, and then they're trying to make fucking demons like these clearly to homage to refugees. That's just not fucking true. All demons are evil and Devil May Cry. There's no such thing as a good demon, and that's what makes Sparta. That's what makes Sparta so special. Was because like he was the only demon that rebelled against was it Mundus? Pretty sure it was Mundus. He was the only demon to rebel against Mundus. And then, oh no, but guess what? All these other demons are actually kind of okay too. So it downplays what makes Sparta special. It just downplays, or it lessens the value of Sparta and his turn in his rebellion against the demons. We have these motherfuckers existing.
Fan of Devil May Cry. It completely butchers every single character from the games, from Dante going from an overly cocky and cool badass to him basically becoming a shitty Marvel superhero.
I got one. Pretend I just shot that guy. Bang! Man, Skeletor did not hold up since the 80s.
Who is barely even a part of the anime and pretty much acts kind of like a Deadpool or some shit. He's in each episode for about 5 minutes total out of, the 28 or so minute length runtime of each episode. He's completely sidelined for Lady, another character which Adi Stinksar butchered by completely massacring her character by turning her into a girl boss Mary Sue who's unstoppable, more powerful than Dante, as Dante constantly gets his ass kicked by her and making her say fucking literally, and I'm not even joking nor exaggerating, saying fucking every single sentence.
Legitimately, when she was talking about when she was recounting something, she literally did that. And it was so freaking annoying. But it just takes you out of it. It's like, okay, yeah, I understand. You're pessimistic and shit. We all know you're disgruntled. Shut up. Just tell the story properly and shut up, man.
That she speaks.
Few are willing to do what must be done, but not for themselves. No, for others.
Like, I don't care. I don't drink beer. Fucking beer tastes fucking weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, fuck that.
You shot my leg!
Who now, motherfucker? You threw me through a fucking window!
I read somewhere that this anime is written like a fanfic by somebody who never even played the games and only just read a couple Wikipedia pages on the story of DMC. And honestly,
I would not be surprised if Addy did that. It's so funny. That's not actually the first time I've heard about that. I've actually heard that in a little a podcast I was watching. Where it was like literally it felt like a fucking fanfic. That's literally what it feels like sometimes.
sums up this pile of shit pretty well if you ask me. And in season 2 they heavily take from Devil May Cry 2, since Arius is the main evil villain or bad guy of the second season, replacing the stupid White Rabbit character. And they also use the Lucia clones, despite Lucia not being anywhere to be seen in the second season of the show, even though Lucia was shown for like, I don't know, like 3 seconds in the first season episode 1. So they clearly know about her, obviously. So I don't know why they wouldn't have her in, you know, season 2, considering that, you know, the evil villain is Arius, but I mean, it's whatever, I guess. They also bring back Virgil, which again, much like every other character in this godforsaken show, they completely butchered and basically bitchified.
That scene pissed me off because Virgil was caught off guard by the fact that he was surrounded. So it's like, why didn't they shoot him before? Why didn't they shoot him prior? Like, because he thought the guy was by himself. So it's like, okay, he wasn't aware that the fucking people were invisible. Why not shoot? Why don't you guys just rain fucking demon permanent paralysis freaking demon bullets on him? But no, we're gonna do it now. And it's so funny. Okay, we don't have. It's not like we have the gun loaded and ready to shoot Virgil. Nah, we're gonna waste time and put the bullet in and then cock it. It's just like you guys. It's so dumb. It is so dumb, man.
Virgil, much like Dante, constantly gets his ass kicked and struggles with Arius. Yeah, you remember Arius in DMC2, the boss where he would literally just sit in a chair doing practically nothing while you beat his ass? Yeah, somehow this guy defeats Virgil like 3 times. Everything about this show just infuriates me, and it was legit hard to watch more than an episode without taking like an hour-long break because it's just that exhausting and that shit to watch. Almost every scene had me rolling my eyes, just me wishing for this garbage to end. And what's even worse is somehow this garbage ass show has been greenlit already prematurely for a season 3. Like, are you kidding me? Does Capcom just have no quality control at this point? Like, I'm sure they probably don't have much say to begin with after signing off their IP to a fellow SAR, but like, come on. Put some respect on DMC, one of the greatest action games ever made. But Capcom obviously doesn't care as long as they are raking in the cash. They'll like
I'm back. Let's do this shit.
license out all of their IPs to street shitters if it means they can make a quick buck. They'll continue to make trash ass spin-offs like Ariverse, cause again, Capcom clearly has zero quality control anymore. But maybe I'm just a hater, who knows? I'll just give a, you know, a small little recap of season 1 for anybody who hasn't seen it yet and to catch you all up to the newest season. So season 1 episode 1 starts off with this heist by the White Rabbit, which I genuinely hate this character. Like you
Oh yeah, the White Rabbit. Oh my goodness. I know. I was living with demons, and demons are actually good people, and the humans are actually bad people. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, because demons in DMC some demons in DMC are just inherently good. Yeah, buddy. Okay.
had all of the games to choose a villain because clearly you have no problems with using bosses from DMC 3, 4, and 5, despite this somehow taking place, I'm assuming, before DMC 3, or at least within that general time frame, which again makes no sense because we are shown bosses.
Yeah, let me see. Let me show you Agni and Ruda. Agni and Ruda. Because they don't, look, when you look at them, they don't have heads. Look. They don't have a head. Look, let me show you. Oh my god, if this thing can freaking load. Holy shit, man. Look. Agni and Ruda do not have heads because the heads are on the pommel of the heads or the pommel of the sword. That's where their heads are. So the fact that they made Agni and Ruda have a head here shows that they don't care, bro. They don't care,
in the
man.
first season from DMC, such as Agni and Rudra, DMC4 Echidna, and DMC5 Cavalier Angelo. It also doesn't make any sense that Dante's Sword Rebellion has its held up, since if you actually played the games, which we both know Addy Stank Sar did not play the games, Rebellion is activated when Virgil, stabs Dante with his sword Rebellion, and needing, Dante's blood in order to activate. But since Virgil isn't in season 1, aside from his Nilo
Yeah,
Angelo,
and that's how you activate. If I remember correctly, that's how he activated Devil Sword Dante as well, right? He stabbed himself. I think he stabbed himself. Let me see it. Look, I'm pretty sure he stabbed himself again to activate it. Let me see what he stabbed himself with. Was it Rebellion again, or was it with Devil Sword? Let me just see. Devil Sword Dante. Let me see. Cause I know he stabbed himself again when he was making Devil Sword Dante. Let me see. Was it with it was a Sparta sword? Skip. Yeah. He stabbed himself with the rebellion, and then the Devil Sword Dante fuses with him. Yep. That's how he gets it. He absorbs because he has Sparta on his back, and he stabbed himself with rebellion, which fused the rebellion and Sparta into Devil Sword Dante.
Which also doesn't make any fucking sense either, since he doesn't become Nilo Angelo until after 3, when Dante defeats.
Again, it's Addy's freaking lying. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna stick to the original source material with DMC. We're doing the anime." And guess what? He did a bootleg. He's reinterpreting and remixing what about DMC. He lied. Yeah, liar.
Virgil, and he is stuck in the demon world and is imprisoned by Mundus. He obviously wouldn't have been able to, be stabbed by Virgil, since Dante hasn't seen him since they were kids, and he was presumably killed. So yeah, this anime basically just throws events and enemies and characters from all of the games together in this jumbled up mess. Because again, the people working on this show, aka Addy Shanksar, never played the games, and obviously and very clearly didn't understand the lore or story or characters in even the fucking slightest. But as I was saying, season 1 starts off with
Yeah,
heist
like how
this
we
museum.
I don't know if it's canon or not, but in the I think it was the manga with how he got his gun. I don't know if it was a manga or novel, but he got his guns in a very emotional way when I forgot her name, when his like friend, when he was under the alias of Tony Redgrave, and his friend got killed. But before she died, she gave him ebony and ivory, two special guns, which enables him to shoot. Which basically it's durable enough to withstand Dante's strength, right? But in DMC two, he just gets them. Right? He goes and meets a lady, sees the workshop lady, and then I forgot her name, but I mean, who fucking cares? She barely did anything. She just appeared. She gave him the guns, and then she became relevant. Yeah, she just gave him the guns. So all that emotional, payoff when he gets the gun to Ebony Ivory is just ruined because he just gets the gun just like that, you know.
or whatever, so he could steal the Force Edge, which turns into Sparta when you have both halves of the amulet, creating the perfect amulet, which transforms Force Edge into Sparta and unlocks or opens up the demon realm, or how this piece of shit anime calls it, Makai, which is the demon realm and how it is referred to in this anime, despite the fact that it's never referred to this in any of the games. And Makai is also
I remember even manga comments like, yeah, I'm never gonna. I know people who play games like, I'm never gonna call it Makai. They cringe when they hear that shit when they hear Makai. Like, yeah, clearly that's stupid.
basically this gay-ass allegory for the war on terror. Yes, I'm not kidding. This anime isn't really about Devil May Cry at all. It's literally all an allegory for the war on terror and making the US and Christians out to be the bad guys, and the demons are actually just, you know, refugees.
Yo, Baines is such a wasted villain because he was built to be like the main antagonist for season 2. But since Conroy died before the production of season 2, they had to get a new actor, and then they pushed Bane to the side as making him some side antagonist. Then he just died. All he just dies off by Alias. It's like, why build Vice President Bane so why build up VP Baines like that if you're just gonna fucking shaft him in season 2? No point.
Actually good people, you know? This horrible anime tries to paint demons out to be like oppressed. Like, really, demons oppressed? Are you fucking kidding me? And they just want to, you know, live life, you know?
Because how demons operate, it's like the strongest rules. That's how demons always operated. That's why they've been operating. The strongest rules. So I don't know what. Again, they're trying to make it out like there's some like that. Oh, these demons are misunderstood. It's just like, no, man, they're good at demons. Get out of here.
They just want to have a good game.
Also, they put Asmongold in this show as well. They never say what his name is, but his design is damn near on point for Asmongold, especially to the missing tooth as well.
All I wanted to do was, like, I was fucking lonely. I wanted to just fucking stream and have a good time, have a good game.
And provide for their family. Like, it's all so stupid. It's like they took the name Devil May Cry literally and were like, well, the game is called Devil May Cry, so let's give all the demons emotions and actually make all of them cry and actually be just misunderstood. Like bro, like, look at all these misunderstood demons.
And that wastes it because obviously in the games, I haven't played much of the games, okay? So I don't know all the lore. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. But what makes that question? Because when Dante asked that question was because all the demons are evil. All the demons are monsters. They're evil freaking beings. So Dante's questioning himself when he finds out he's half demon. He questions himself whether he's a human or a demon, right? So that's the whole point. So now when you have these fucking innocent little motherfucking munchkins over here, munchkins wannabe demon motherfuckers crying and shit, it kind of lowers the value of when Dante asked that question.
Dude, when if you play the games, the name of the game refers to, you know, the back of the box, you know, of the first game. Somewhere between a man and a demon lies our only chance for salvation. If he succeeds, the devil may cry. Meaning Dante is going to kick the demon's asses so hard that these demonic creatures without emotions may actually cry. That's why at the end of DMC 1, Dante tells Trish, devils never cry. It's a gift only humans have.
Trish.
Dante. Dante.
I remember the first time he saw Trish, he got so fucking mad. He's like, "Don't you have my mother's face? You fucking," like, he got so mad when he saw Trish the first time. Girls like, "You use my mother's face? Like, are you like, don't wait, look something like her mom, bruh." Like, he got so freaking mad.
Trish, devils never cry. These tears are a gift only humans have.
Yeah, I guess they don't in the show, cause devils do cry in the damn show. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't a question, but so basically, yeah, what makes devils? Again, it's the whole point. I was wrong The answer was right, but the explanation was wrong. The whole point is, the devils don't have emotions. That's the whole. That you're literally breaking the lore of DMC. You are breaking the fundamental lore of DMC by freaking giving devils human emotions. Crazy, bro. Oh my god, I'm tired of these fucking ads. But I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. Fuck that. Kushtar my ass. How about that? Bell. Shout out to Bell to give you Wi-Fi. Fuck them though.
Devil never cry. Yes.
As she is crying. So if it's a gift only, only fucking humans have, why the fuck do all of these stupid ass demons?
Cause he doesn't know the lore, nigga, that's why.
Dog shit show, why are they all crying? Demons don't have that gift. Dante himself said it in the original game. Stop crying, you're a fucking demon, you don't feel sad. You're supposed to be bloodthirsty, you stupid fuck. Like, this alone makes me despise this piece of shit anime. Also, making all of the demons kind of downplays and devalues like the original game where Trish, actually cries because it's like something that's not supposed to happen. So these demons crying basically completely devalues Trish crying in the original game. But I'm supposed to believe that Adi Shanksar is a fan of the games. If he was a fan of the game, he'd respect the, source material, not try to drastically change everything and put his shit name on DMC, trying to fool gullible idiots into thinking he's the creator of DMC, which that's what he's trying to do. He wants people to actually think that he's—
Yes, and that's the thing. That's why he got mad when DMC 5 got announced, because he wanted to be the guy that revived DMC. He wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be the honcho that revived Devil May Cry. But no. Fucking Capcom was in the way, and he got mad at it. And that's why. And that's the reason why he did it. That's why he got mad at it, because he wanted to be the he wanted to be the guy he wanted to be remembered as the guy who revived DMC. But that plans were spoiled. That plans were foiled when DMC 5 was announced. So
he's the creator of DMC. He didn't create shit. He just takes something somebody else creates and shits all over it. That's all this clown does. But maybe I'm getting onto way too many tangents. We aren't even like past the opening scene yet in the first episode, and it's already been like, what, I don't know, 5-10 minutes into the video. At this rate, this video is going to be like 2 hours long if I'm literally going to be complaining about and like go into fucking autistic detail about literally everything that's wrong with this shit ass anime. So the White Rabbit obtains Force Edge. We are introduced to Dante for like a grand total of 2 minutes, where he saves this random girl, and we aren't shown Dante again until the end of the episode, where he fights a plasma, which the plasma takes the form of Virgil, and the plasma is trying to steal Dante's amulet, which is pretty much the entire theme of this season. Steal Dante's amulet so they can use Sparta and open up Makai. So since Dante is only in this episode for like a grand total of 4 to 5 minutes at most, instead what we get to watch for most of the episode is a bunch of government people such as the vice president and some Indian scientists talk about demons, and we are also introduced to Enzo, which is probably unironically one of the better characters in this horrible show. Unfortunately, he dies at the end of season 1, which this anime also loves to do a lot, pretty much kill off every single character and use it as some sort of shock value.
It's funny because Enzo's alive in the actual show. Not the actual show, the actual games. In the actual source story, he's actually alive. He didn't do that dumb shit. I remember I criticized that fucking part. It's like, yo, Dante's getting his ass whooped. What can you do, buddy? Like, and I think if I remember correctly, I think the bazooka had one more one more ammunition in it. So it's like, okay, you're gonna try to stab the thing instead of shooting it. Okay, man. Like, oh my goodness, man. Enzo's death was stupid.
Constantly do this with pretty much every character at some point other than, the main characters such as Dante, Virgil, and Lady. So yeah, that's the first episode, so we aren't exactly off to a great start now, are we? In episode 2, we are introduced to demon hunters who are going to capture Dante and steal his amulet, and it consists of a bunch of grotesque creatures like this butch lesbian, which is genuinely disgusting to look at and looks nothing like a DMC character, as if you actually played the games. Once again, every female in DMC games is like a supermodel, which this foul demon spawn.
Yeah, like it has like a weird gothic vibe. That's what I see. It has like a gothic emo, like rock and roll type vibe when you see DMC, the games.
clearly and obviously is no model. Fortunately, she isn't actually lesbian, and fortunately, she dies not long after she is introduced. And then the other members of this diversity demon hunting squad are a fellow brother, a queen, and some sus imposter pretending to be Lady. But during this meeting or whatever, Lady senses that one of the demons has taken shape of a human and kills the demon, which a few episodes later, another demon is going to take shape of one of her co-workers or whatever, one of the people that she works with, and she doesn't notice it, which doesn't really make sense. Like, she's able to detect demons before, but isn't able to do it when I guess it's inconvenient for the plot or something. I don't know. So these demon bounty hunters are sent to retrieve the amulet off of Dante for, I believe, $500,000. Dante ends up defeating them all. Then Lady shows up, uses a grappling hook to steal Dante's amulet, and then uses a smoke grenade to escape. Dante eventually catches up with Lady, and he finds out he's part demon. Lady then kicks Dante after giving him a fake decoy amulet, which turns into a grenade. Dante chases her again and ends up falling right into one of her traps, which is this vehicle that's going to transport Dante to the vice president. She shoots him with anti-demon bullets, which has got to be one of the most retarded thing ever. Remember in the games how there was anti-demon bullets? Yeah, I don't remember that either. But in order to buff Lady and actually make her way more of a girl boss than she already is, she uses anti-demon bullets, which basically one-shots the majority of demons, as with massively damaging Dante by just a single fucking bullet. So she then injects this bomb microchip thing into his bloodstream, which will detonate if he goes, too far away from this vehicle, and it'll explode. And right before the episode ends, Addie Stinksar has to remind everybody for the 500th time that Lady is a girl boss, when she ends the episode with Dante being captured saying, "Who caught who now, motherfucker?" Hershey's.
Oh my god, I'm tired of that, bro. Crave? I don't fucking care about Crave. Get ready for the Amazing Race Canada. Knew it! Literally knew it. As soon as I thought M-A-M AMA, I'm like, yeah, Amazing Race fucking Canada. I knew it.
Like, the amount of cringe in this anime, especially the cringe that comes out of Lady's mouth, just makes her so insufferable. And as I said, this isn't the Dante show or really about Dante at all. This entire dogshit anime is actually about Lady, and Dante is just a side character who isn't even in like 3 to 4 of the 16 episodes from both seasons. But also, he's only in each episode for roughly, give or take, about 5 minutes each, while Lady is in each episode for easily double, if not triple that amount of time, depending on the episode. Episode 3 starts with this backstory of Lady as a child and wanting to be a demon hunter, which this anime loves to start almost every single episode with some flashback or backstory bullshit before the opening shows. So as Lady—
Yeah, they did it in season 2 as well. When they introduced the fucking, I forgot his name. When they introduced the fucking guy, when Enzo and him go and meet this guy, and then it's like, oh, and they never mentioned him. They never mentioned him in season 1. So it's like, oh yeah. So technically, he was mentioned in the previous, and he was mentioned before his first appearance. It's like, no, buddy, that's not how you do it, bro. You don't put a backstory, you don't put a flashback in the beginning of the freaking you don't put a flashback in the beginning of the show and call that build up, buddy. That's not how it works.
Lady is transporting Dante back to the vice president. The White Rabbit character attacks them, halting their progress with the help of Plasma, Agni and Rudra, Echidna, and Cavalier Angelo. One of the guys releases Dante after they get their ass kicked. He rides his motorcycle to get back his amulet stolen by the White Rabbit, and we get to listen—
If I remember correctly, he never appears again. I remember correctly, he does not appear in season 2.
Kicked. He rides his motorcycle to get back his amulet stolen by the White Rabbit, and we get to listen to some Papa Roach, Last Resort, which this anime loves using lots of early 2000s new metal songs like Last Resort. The opening is literally a Limp Bizkit song. I think it's called Break Shit. I never really cared for Limp Bizkit, I'll be honest. And I think it's an absolute tragedy they went with a fucking Limp Bizkit song as the opener for every episode over any of the songs in the DMC games. So as Dante catches up to the White Rabbit, and right before dealing the, finishing blow, the microchip bomb thing explodes very conveniently just at the perfect time, blowing off, half of Dante's face and knocking him out, ending the episode. Episode 4 starts with another flashback story with Dante and Virgil as kids, and their mother giving them 2 different halves of the amulet. It's showing that Dante was always stronger than Virgil, and that, Virgil kind of has like this resentment towards, Dante for being better than he is.
Which is dumb because they've always been equal. They were never. It wasn't a point that one was stronger than the other. Sometimes it will always end up being balanced. They'll always end up being equal strength.
Lady tracks the White Rabbit and the amulet and goes after them. Meanwhile, Dante, Enzo, and the passengers and the, vice president are up in a plane that is rigged with explosives, and Agni and Rudra are going to detonate the plane if Dante doesn't activate his devil trigger and save the passengers. Like how the White Rabbit character said that, Dante has a devil trigger or whatever, which would, if he activates it, showcasing that he's actually the son of Sparta and not just a normal human, as Dante still, for whatever reason, believes he's just a human, because they made
because somehow because he got half his face exploded and he still survived. Yeah, he's definitely still human. Yeah, man. Man survived getting a freaking bomb. First of all, he should have exploded. All his whole body should have exploded. Period. But yeah, he survived getting half his face explode. But yeah, he's still human. Yeah, that makes perfect fucking sense, dummy.
Dante legitimately retarded in this godforsaken show. Cuts back between them and Lady's DI crew, where a Lady walks her, squad into a trap, getting her diversity crew killed. Good riddance. Like this is probably like the best part of the anime. I was actually rooting for the demons at this point. Lady is the only one who escapes, runs from the demons, and hides with some residents who she finds out to be demon refugees. Who are just trying to leave Makai by hopping the, bordering shit over to the human world. Lady then has a change of heart and becomes understanding of the refugee demons and says she will protect them, but they all end up, dying by the government regardless, which again, this is all
she pulls the same thing in season 2. In season 2, she kills the security guard and she leaves, she opens up a prison and leaves them there. I'm just like, you realize that they're gonna die, like, and we never see those demons ever again. It's so funny. She frees the refugees from the prison, right? Kills the war, not the warden, but the security guard. Kills him and kills the security demon, and then opens up the prison and dips. So just like, okay, what do you think is gonna happen to them? Do you think they're gonna make it out of that prison alive? No. Stupid. They're not making out of that fucking dungeon alive, bro. You fucking dumb if you think that.
an allegory.
So it's like, oh, I mean, I guess it's the thought that counts, but it's like they're gonna die. So I guess it's better just leave them in there. Jeez.
The war on terror, and it's blatantly clear and obvious in the last episode of season 1 when, I'm not even joking, American Idiot plays as the US military invades Makai and kills all of the innocent and good demons, dude. Like, really, American Idiot and Devil May Cry. But yeah, obviously the show is extremely woke, which shouldn't surprise anybody since Addie Stinksar is the one who got, rid of Apu from The Simpsons, because it was a racist stereotype on Indians, even though I don't think any—
Oh, he got rid of Apu? Oh yeah, fuck him. I love Apu back in The Simpsons. Fuck him. Oh, really fuck him.
Indian honestly had a problem with Apu. Honestly, I don't think anybody fucking had a problem with Apu, let's be honest. So you can thank this clown right here for that. This stupid fucking poser. Dante then partially activates his DT and cuts off Agni's hand and kills him, so Rudra sets off the explosive and the episode ends. Episode 5, Dante activates his devil trigger and the song Devil Trigger plays.
Yeah, that's only DMC song they care about. Devil Trigger. Everyone, because that's from DMC 5, so a lot of people know about Devil Trigger.
What were they thinking with this shitload of fuck?
Oh my god, dude, it's Devil Trigger, oh my god. Except it's not actually the real song and just some shitty remix version with a completely different singer. Not to mention Devil Trigger isn't Dante's song or theme, which again just further proves the point.
Yeah, that's Neo's song, not fucking Devil. But hey, no, but Dante's voiced by the voice actor of Nero, so it counts. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that excuse.
That the writers, and once again, Addie,
that's Nero's song. You just added that shit because, hey, it's Devil Trigger. That's why you added it. I don't hear that bullshit. But wait a minute. But Neo, no. Shut up.
Stinksar doesn't understand DMC in even the slightest. It's like he takes everything as literal as possible. Devil May Cry, oh, that must mean we gotta make every demon cry and act like a bitch who's a refugee. Oh, the song Devil Trigger, that clearly is meant to be played, whenever Dante activates his Devil Trigger. This isn't the only time they just mindlessly slap on songs either, because at like the end of season 2, for example, they close the season with Shall Never Surrender, another one of Nero's themes from DMC 4.
Come with me. We'll stand and fight together. We'll stand and fight together. Through our strength, we'll make a better day. Through our strength, we'll make a better day. Tomorrow we shall never fret.
I might have to mute that shit. Okay.
Nero isn't in the
I
anime.
should mute that shit before. Whoops.
As he doesn't even exist yet, because obviously Virgil hasn't had his son Nero yet. Oh yeah, it's also another shitty remix, so that's great. Every song that they do
That's
use.
my question. If they're gonna, that's gonna be my question for a second, bro. Is Neo gonna be in the story? Is Neo gonna be in a reboot? Because if so, who's gonna voice him? Because the person that voices Nero voices Dante. So how's that gonna fucking work? I guess I'm guessing Addy doesn't think that through, right? Because then again, he's not focused. He's not doing the original material. He's doing a bunch. He's doing his bootleg universe, so he doesn't care. Right.
From the games as a shitty remix version, because obviously we can create better songs than the original artists and composers, right, dude? Also, every episode in season 1 ends with the, you know, second half of Devils Never Cry, and again, it's a shitty remix version, not the original. Like, it really does feel like Addy Stanksara's entire, you know, understanding of Devil May Cry is literally just him watching shitty TikToks and YouTube shorts and memes of, you know, Devil May Cry. Like, I refuse to believe otherwise. But yeah, Dante finally activates his DT, and the design, I can't say I'm really all that much of a fan of, to be honest. I guess it looks closest to his DT in either 4 or 5, but it just doesn't look that great. Let's just be honest, okay? Let's keep it a buck fucking DMC, okay? They should have just went with his absolute banger of a DT from DMC 3, especially considering the shit show takes place around the events of DMC, so, you know, that would kind of make sense. But instead, we get whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. He ends up saving all of the passengers and then has to fight Rudra, but ends up, you know, getting cucked by Lady for the 500th time, as Dante is saved by Lady, and she finishes off Rudra with one single, you know, of her anti-demon bullets, even though, you know, Dante was struggling to, you know, even kill, you know, Rudra or whatever. Also, I think it's a missed opportunity, you know, Rudra didn't, like, power up like he does in the games. Like, come on, like you literally set it up. Like, why does he not power up? Like, again, like, they didn't play the games. They literally did not play the fucking games.
And it's so funny that Dante doesn't get to keep, because one of the main things of what makes Dante like one thing that makes Dante cool is the fact that he's able to use multiple weapons proficiently. He can touch any weapon and use that so proficiently. But when you watch DMC1, when you watch the show, he never uses any other weapon besides his sword and his guns. And it's such a missed opportunity. It's like, okay, one of his most key things is having such an arsenal of weapons, but he never gets to use them. But guess what? Adi Shankar's a lazy fuck who doesn't want to fucking do that, because obviously when you have a bunch more weapons, you're gonna have to put more effort into animation, all that shit. And clearly Adi Shankar doesn't really care about that. Guess what? I don't think he even knew about that from Dante. So fuck that, right? Like, oh my goodness, man.
Also the one who ends up killing Echidna as well. Honestly, I'm surprised Dante is even in this anime, considering Lady can literally do everything he does, but better.
Yep, and all those anti-demon bullets, then who fucking cares? Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly, at this point, I don't know what Lady can do. She could probably also take out Mundus as well if she really wanted to. Like, let's be honest. Like, genuinely, fuck this dog shit show and fuck anybody who actually unironically enjoys this trash. Lady also sympathizes with demons more, as we are shown a demon clinic and them suffering and asking her to put them out of their misery. Like, oh my god, bro, we gotta feel bad for the demons, because, you know, it's not like they aren't demons or anything, you know, it's not like they're bloodthirsty demons who just want to kill people. But, you know, we gotta feel bad for them, because, you know, again, this is an allegory for the war on terror. The army or whatever then kills the refugees Lady swore to protect.
Yeah, again, this show is only good if you have never heard of DMC at all. If you never heard of DMC at all, or never even touched the games or know anything about the lore, this is the who it's for. So people who never touched DMC.
Plasma self-destructs the building in the episode.
So it's one of the things that fuck the fans. Like it usually is. Like usual fucking shit on nowadays. Fuck the original fans.
Episode 6 has got to be one of the worst in both of these, seasons. There's basically zero talking throughout the entire episode aside from like the very end, and it's literally an entire episode dedicated to the backstory of the White Rabbit, which is basically just a self-insert for Addie Stank Sar. We learn that, the White Rabbit is actually a human and not actually a demon. We learn that he was abused as a child and he read this Alice in Wonderland book or some bullshit, and then a gate to Makai opened up where he was like saved by the demon refugees when he entered and was like chased by demons or whatever. In between all of this happening is also showcasing more of Lady's backstory as a child as well, and how their childhoods were very similar and like the parallels between them. Again, because I need to drill this in, Dante is not the main character of this show, but instead it's Lady. The only people in this episode is Lady's family and the White Rabbit and the demons. Dante isn't in this episode at all, which maybe...
I remember this. Yeah, it was he's spinning truth here. There's no Dante in this one. It is literally the White Rabbit and Lady's backstory. I remember this episode. I'm just like, yeah, it was like silent for the whole thing. I'm just like, okay, the fuck?
It wouldn't be such a bad thing if 1, there was more than 8 episodes per season, and 2, if Dante was actually in each episode for more than like, I don't know, 5 fucking minutes. The theme song of this anime also plays, that being Evanescence's, Afterlife song, which is honestly pretty good. I like the song. I mean, I do like, Evanescence, like their first album, The Fallen or whatever it's called, is honestly pretty good. And I honestly could see something similar sounding to this actually being used in, DMC 5 or 6. It's, it's a pretty good song, let's be honest. But yeah, the episode revolves around the White Rabbit as a child and growing up in Makai with his demon refugee friends and family, and he creates this portal back to the human world as an adult. But after entering through the portal, it's revealed that Lady and her squad are waiting on the other side to kill them, and they end up killing everyone except, the White Rabbit character manages to survive. He creates this heart thing which is infused with demon blood and becomes a furry by attaching a rabbit head to his face, and he has to do this because like he nearly died, and I guess he needs like the demon blood to keep him, alive or whatever. And now he wants vengeance for Lady and the humans killing his demon buddies. It's legit one of the worst and most gayest backstories ever. This episode is genuinely horrible and was absolutely miserable to sit through. Like, who was asking for a backstory for the White Rabbit character? His character fucking sucks ass. His design sucks and he's just a shit self-insert. Nobody cares about this character. The start of episode 7, we're shown the White Rabbit talking to Virgil or Nilo Angelo, and Nilo Angelo giving him his blood and amulet to the White Rabbit character, which I really don't even understand why, Nilo Angelo needs the help from this retard. Not to mention, he just gives him Force Edge for basically no reason. Not to mention, isn't Nilo Angelo supposed to be like under the control of Mundus or Mundus or whatever? It's like, I genuinely don't understand this at all.
Yeah,
So afterward,
but he was technically under the control of Mundus because he was willingly looking for him. So technically, he was under the fuck off.
we were shown Dante talking to Lady about how he's the only one who can stop the White Rabbit and put an end to this. And Lady gives another one of her girl boss moments after Dante's speech. She says, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I replaced.
Honestly, that was what got pissed off in season 2, the fact that Dante had no ill will towards Lady. Like him, he's the thing. Dante doesn't really mind getting like physically like freaking hit and shit like that. He doesn't really get irritated by it that much. Obviously, he gets a bit dismissive. He's like, oh yeah, fuck you. Like he's like, yeah, fuck you when you shoot him or some shit like that. But he's more hurt about betrayal and shit like that. And he gets betrayed by Lady in season 2 by the end of season 1. And then when he wakes up in season 2 in that under that cryogenic fucking shit, whatever, hydrogenic, whatever the fuck it's called, when he's back up in season 2, he has no ill will towards Lady. It's so dumb. It's like, yeah, Lady just gets off scot-free. Fucking goodness.
Modern Zoomer writing, where in order to make a character cool, they have to say fuck in every sentence. Like, that doesn't make your character cool. It's just shit writing 9 times out of 10. And it's also incredibly
it reminds you of a typical adult animation where like adult animation will add like freaking sex jokes or like a bunch of swearing to make it to say, hey guys, we're cartoons, but we're an adult animation cartoon. That's what we are. Like that's basically what it is. It's a typical try hard adult animation thing.
Like, I cringe every single time, okay? I really do. Also, remember how many times, you know, ladies swore in DMC 3 or DMC 4, or how many times any of the characters swore at all in the games? Yeah, that's right, they don't swear in the games, at least 1 through 4. I can't remember if any of the characters swear in, you know, DMC 5, but if they did, it clearly wasn't enough for me to remember it. Also, I love how Lady just constantly humiliates Dante and just attacks him, or, you know, demeans him, or, you know, insults him, or, you know, whenever she gets, like, the chance. Also, let's just be honest, Dante has, like, superhuman reflexes. He would have saw Lady readying her gun and about to shoot her.
Legit, I think one of his things is like his body reacts faster than he can think. So he should have been ultra instinct this fucking bullet already.
A mile away, okay? Literally a mile away. Same with when he originally got his necklace taken from Lady during their first encounter. But I guess, you know, whatever, you know, is convenient for the plot, I guess, or whatever. I don't fucking know. There's about a 0% chance, though, if this was the actual Dante from the games, he would have allowed this Mary Sue fuck to steal his necklace, especially with his insane reflexes and speed. The writing in the show is just so baffling. It's so stupid and incomprehensible. Like, Dante literally gives this speech about how it's his responsibility to stop the White Rabbit from opening up a portal and overtaking the human world or whatever, and then Lady, a literal human with 0 power, shoots him in the leg to stun him so she can, you know, do it herself. So she locks him back into one of these vehicles, which I don't know how Dante can't break out of, considering he has like superhuman strength, like literal superhuman, you know, superpowers. Like, are you really telling me he couldn't just easily punch a hole right through this stupid vehicle? After locking Dante,
It happened in DMC 2, not DMC 2, DMC 4, when when the fucking monster fucking tried to eat him. And you literally freaking going to freaking monster's mouth open. His force is like, yeah, you're not eating me, bitch. What the fuck you doing? It's jokes.
Lady literally steals somebody's car by putting them at gunpoint and saying, "Get the fuck out of the car now."
Out of the car now.
Putting the barrel of her gun into the guy's mouth. Like, this is supposed to be the good guy, right? This is supposed to be the character we are rooting for. There's literally nothing likable about this version of Lady. Not a single damn thing. She's rude, she's mean, she's obnoxious, she's a girl boss, she's a Mary Sue, can do no wrong. She's more powerful than Dante, somehow with her gay ass, you know, anti-demon bullets. Like, she's just so insufferable as a character. So Lady makes it to the White Rabbit where Dante was supposed to meet up with, you know, the White Rabbit alone, and she gets paralyzed from Echidna's attack from earlier, I guess, and it just now conveniently activates. Dante comes to the rescue at the last second and fights the demons and Cavalier Angelo. And as he is fighting and sent between the human world and the, you know, realm of Makai, he struggles to breathe in the Makai realm despite literally being half demon. So again, I don't know how the fuck that makes sense. What is this stupid bullshit? You remember in the games when Dante went to the underworld in DMC 1 and your health would drain because Dante just couldn't breathe, man? Like, Dante just couldn't breathe. Like, I sure as hell don't remember that. But yeah, Dante continues to fight Cavalier Angelo, destroys the device that creates the portal between the two realms while Cavalier Angelo is inside it and splits his head.
Luckily, they saw that in season 2 because he got used to it. He was like, what the? George was like, what the fuck? What the fuck you coughing for, bro? This is like the typical Makai era, bro.
Too. Lady then finds out the White Rabbit character is the guy she, you know, thought she had killed at the end of episode 6, where the White Rabbit took the demon refugees to the human world and ended up getting them all killed. Dante then one punch mans the fuck out of the White Rabbit character, nearly killing him, and he escapes by falling off the building into the water below, and the episode ends. Episode 8 is the final in the first season, and the vice president and some soldiers come by wanting the amulet from Dante. Lady finds out the vice president doesn't actually care about the people who have died because it was God's plan or whatever, and they plan on shooting Dante and taking him in, despite the fact that he literally just saved the world. But before they can, you know, do that, the White Rabbit transforms into the final boss. As they are fighting, Dante kind of gets his ass kicked because he always gets his ass kicked in this dogshit show. And he is a complete pushover, so Enzo tries, you know, helping Dante since he's always been a coward, and would, you know, run or turn Dante in if he ever got the chance to either help himself or make a, you know, quick buck. So, you know, so Enzo goes in for the finishing blow, takes Kalina and, but ends up taking the finishing blow for himself and dies. Just like I said before, he was one of the more entertaining and likable characters of this show, but he actually dies, you know, as somewhat of a hero. It then activates a spark in Dante, but he ends up just getting his ass kicked even more, even further.
Again, it's dumb because if I remember correctly, there was something in the fucking thing. There was ammo in the thing, so instead of shooting, he tries to stab him. That makes any fucking sense.
And then, you know, the White Rabbit character gets the blood from Dante to transform the Force Edge into Sparta. And now Dante is about to die since he gets, you know, stabbed by Sparta. But because, once again, Lady is a girl boss and the main character, she saves Dante by shooting the White Rabbit demon in his, you know, demon blood heart container thing, which gives Dante an opening to activate his devil trigger and pulls Sparta out of his chest and finishes off the White Rabbit by stabbing him and pulling the blade upwards, splitting, you know, the White Rabbit into two halves. In the aftermath of the situation, Dante suggests that they would make, you know, great partners, and as he turns...
This pissed me off, man. Again, it's not even the fact that she like betrayed him, but it's the fact that he got no repercussions in season 2. No negative repercussions in season 2 where she did this shit. No Dante, no silent treatment from him, to her, no like getting mad at her, nope, none of that.
Turns his back to walk away. Lady injects Dante with something that makes him fall unconscious, since the government can't have Dante just walking around since he's too dangerous or whatever, and they need to experiment on him, which is just shit writing, since earlier in the episode Lady literally realizes that the vice president doesn't actually care about her or any of his soldiers. So why the fuck are you siding with him? Why are you siding with this guy over Dante? After that, American Idiot plays by Green Day as the military invades Makai and kills all the poor, innocent, oppressed demon refugees. Oh my god, bro. Okay, can we get some F's in the chat for the demon refugees? Oh my god, dude. And the episode ends with Nilo Angelo breaking free some of the hostages, and that's the end of season 1. Like, what an absolute shit show. And it's just a slap in the face to anybody who is a fan of the games or this series, you know? Like,
Because
what an...
it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you, Latina. It's not meant for you. What don't you get, man? I'm trying to appeal to the people. I'm trying to introduce people to it, man. That's my job. I'm the writer, man. DMC5, fuck that. Who cares about DMC5? Because I'm supposed to revive the fucking goodness, man. I'm supposed to revive the series, not freaking DMC5. Fuck DMC5.
Absolute fucking slap in the face. Like Adi Shankar literally just has zero fucking respect for, you know, the source material. Like he literally is just taking the biggest, fattest, fucking meanest shit on you know, the Devil May Cry IP. So the start of season 2 starts or continues with the invasion of Makai. We find out that Dante is frozen in some sort of cryogenic freezing chamber. We get to see the army kill demons like Goliath from DMC5, and we also get to see that Lady feels very bad and guilty about turning, you know, Dante in, and she's also, you know, deployed into the realm of Makai or whatever, and goes against orders, rescuing and saving the poor innocent demon refugees. Dude, oh my god, bro, she's such a good person. Oh my god, Lady is such a good person, am I right? Just ignore that she just turned Dante in, stole his amulet, shot Dante in the leg, put a gun inside the mouth of an innocent guy and committed grand theft, and acts like a complete bitch whenever she's on screen. But let's ignore all of that because she has a heart helping the innocent demon refugees, bro, because the demons are the true good guys. America is bad, you know? America are evil. Fuck the US, you know? America is the bad guys. The demons are the true, you know, good guys. The demons are just misunderstood. Lady also has another girl boss moment, killing this demon all by herself with just a tiny little shank. And meanwhile, as Lady is fighting the demon, it also like goes back and forth between her fighting and also the random soldiers that we've just met and have been on the screen for like a grand total of 5 seconds, and we were like supposed to feel bad for them dying despite them being just, you know, shit no-name soldiers. I get it though, US is bad because the president is incompetent and is having all these soldiers die. Just more fucking propaganda coming from a guy who wasn't even born in America. A guy who left his shit stain of a country is trying to tell us Americans that our country is bad, despite the fact that this motherfucker willfully chose to live in America and continues to live in America. But like most SARS out there, most, you know, do not redeemers out in the wild, okay? Who just want you to redeem the Google Play gift cards and scam grandmas. They'll shit talk America whilst living in it, fleeing from their shit stain, and then in the same breath praise and be so patriotic towards the country that they fled from. It's genuinely sickening, and honestly, people really do need to start putting their foot down and pushing back against this bullshit. We're also introduced to a shit ton of characters this season, probably because 80% of the cast was killed off last season, so they have to throw in, you know, some new people at you. We got the Jester from DMC3, which he basically doesn't really do anything. Honestly, he's pretty much just here so you can do a soy face and be like, oh my god, dude, oh my god, bro, dude, that's the Jester from DMC3. Wow, oh my god, dude, I'm like soying out right now. Like, that's pretty much the only reason he's in here, like, let's be honest. They also do the DMC5 Virgil chair reference. Oh my god, dude, what, like, wow, oh my god, dude, I'm like soying out for like the 500th time. Oh my god, that's so cool. He doesn't ever interact with Lady or Dante. There is no fight with him or anything like that. I mean, I guess Lady does see Arkham, her father, turning into Jester or whatever through a video recording, but that's literally it. He's really just in a couple of scenes being a nuisance, and that's about it. Basically just the Demon World's version of Johnny Somali. We are then introduced to Mundus or Mundus, and he looks pretty much identical or really close to his DMC1 counterpart, which yeah, his design has always been, you know, great. He really does look godlike, and he even has like the 3 eyes. He acts probably about the same or about as what you would expect in the game, where he's, you know, just this ruthless demon god who has zero respect or sympathy for his, you know, subjects. We are also introduced to Arius, who is working with the vice president and who owns Darkcom and Ouroboros. Darkcom being an interdimensional justice firm and Ouroboros being the parent company, or maybe it's vice versa, whatever, who the fuck cares. But yeah, he's basically the main villain for this season, and he is introduced at least to the public and the vice president as a good guy. We are introduced to Lucia's clones, but never Lucia herself, since she was only in the first episode of the show for like 2 small scenes, and you know, she was captured and she was never even fucking named either. They could have easily just brought her back, especially considering the shitty anime is already taking lots of material from DMC2, such as Arius, Ouroboros, and the Lucia clones, and Argosax, which is Arius's, like, you know, summoning or transforming into. But yeah, there are a few other characters as well, not from 2, but just introduced in this season, such as a fellow brotherly scholar named Lucan and his granddaughter Matilda. And obviously we are introduced to Virgil as well, and that's what a large chunk of this, you know, season revolves around, is Virgil, although it's still heavily about Lady to nobody's surprise. And again, Dante is also pretty much sidelined again this season, either for his brother or just not in episodes at all, like the first episode of the second season, since he's, you know, frozen. He's literally not in the episode at all. Like, great job, we're 9 episodes in this trash, and Dante has been pretty much fully out of like 2 of the 9 episodes, with only being in about, you know, 20% or like 5 minutes at most of each episode. Great job, definitely great anime and great adaptation. But yeah, we learned from the Lucia clone and the Jester that Ouroboros is the mark of Agrosax, and that they stole the Arcana chalice from Mundus, which Lady had just taken the Arcana, and the troops that were, you know, sent were only a distraction to get Mundus away from the Arcana or whatever, which apparently just sits in plain sight for literally anybody to grab. Like, seriously, it's not even locked up or anything or hidden behind like some secret door. Like, it's just sitting in plain view for Lady to grab and steal, which Mundus very conveniently gets up to go to the front lines as Lady arrives there. So yeah, the Lucia clone, as I said, tells Virgil the information and tells him that she's a part of Ouroboros, the demons that Virgil thinks killed his mother. But also the Lucia clone basically mocks Mundus and Virgil, and he basically just stands there doing nothing because he's a bitch. Instead of, you know, killing this retard, let's just let her escape because I have low IQ. Virgil then goes to see Mundus with Beowulf blocking the door, but eventually moving to allow, you know, Virgil to see Mundus. And Virgil tells Mundus that he's going to retrieve the stolen Arcana, you know, chalice, and return it back to Mundus. What's really annoying and something that I really just don't like, especially again since they never say this in the games, is that the demons literally refer to humans as sapiens. Like, to me, honestly, that just sounds so fucking lame and stupid every time it's, you know, being said. How about just call them humans, you know, like, you know, how they've been called in the games, like all of the games. Like, why not just refer to humans as humans, like how they are, you know, literally called in all of the games, instead of this stupid ass, you know, retarded ass term. Imagine actually referring to humans as sapiens. If somebody were to do that in real life, I'd honestly just think they're retarded. Okay, I'll be honest, I like genuinely. So Virgil uses his Yamato to open up a portal to the human, or my bad, the sapien realm, and when he goes through the portal, he is met with the army, and I'm not even joking, okay? As Virgil is fighting and taking out all of these soldiers, they literally play Bodies by Drowning Pool as if this was like some edgy early, you know, 2000s AMV. Like, honestly, considering they have played like every iconic nu metal song and band at this point, I don't get why they didn't just, you know, get a Linkin Park song, as they were arguably, well, not even arguably, they are or were the biggest, you know, nu metal band, and there's a reason all their songs back in the day would be used with AMVs back in the day. But yeah, I don't even think it's entirely out of place though. Some of the nu metal songs, as DMC has always had metal or nu metal soundtrack, you know, mixed with like some electronica, or I mean, I guess more so like DMC1 has like the more electronica rock, hard rock soundtrack, but DMC3 definitely has the more nu metal soundtrack, especially songs like, you know, Devils Never Cry or Cerberus Theme, which is like the embodiment of a nu metal song. But I don't know, I'm still not a huge fan of me using most of these nu metal songs, despite the fact that I do like nu metal. It's just that they could have used actual songs from the games. Like, imagine if they played Ultraviolet, you know, Nilo Angelo's theme as he's tearing up the soldiers, or something like Psycho Siren. Like, there are so many good songs they could have chose from the games, and then the episode ends with Lady next to frozen Dante Dante regretting her decision of being an absolute retard. Episode 2 is honestly pretty shit. Not a whole lot happens other than Dante being unfroze and Virgil coming on TV, and it genuinely feels like a filler episode, as most of the episode is just the retelling of the same events just from two different perspectives, that being Dante's and Lady's perspectives of what happened through a really annoying therapist. Yeah, you heard me right. This episode is literally just a therapy session that is mandated for Dante and Lady, which just feels like pure fucking filler, which isn't a great sign considering this is the second episode of the new season and we're already getting like filler bullshit. But yeah, Dante's retelling of the events is that he simps over Lady, and it's in like this, you know, cutie chibi, you know, art style. Lady's retelling is in this super serious tone and overly dramatic tone, and then the events are told for a third fucking time. You know, we need to listen to the same events that we were just told, not twice but 3 times, but how it actually went down for the final time, and how you know, Virgil has killed the soldiers, he's working for Mundus, and you know, they need Dante's help in stopping or bringing Virgil onto their side. Like, do we really need to hear the same story 3 fucking times? And yeah, that's why Dante was unfroze, because Arius needed the help of Dante in stopping his brother. And what's really funny is at the end, Lady says, "You can trust me."
You can trust me.
Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Seriously.
Like, really? Are you sure about that one? I'm going to trust the person who just turned me in and has shot me multiple times and has tried to kill me? Like, come the fuck on it. If I'm actually going to be positive though and actually say some good things or nice things about this anime, or at least this season, is that I do really like Dante's new look in season 2. It actually looks really good on him. It looks much better with the longer hair. The opening also ditched the Limp Bizkit song, and the animation in both the opening and in most of the fight scenes are actually pretty good. The fighting and cinematography is really quick, snappy, and flashy, and it does look cool whenever there is a fight scene. But yeah, that's about the end for the positives. So afterwards, Dante goes to this old hag to get Rebellion back, and he also finally gets to have Ebony and Ivory. But yeah, Virgil comes on TV and he defends Mundus and tells the US that it was the government or the Sapiens who were wrongfully killing the innocent Makaians, or Makais, whatever the fuck they're called. Then it's cut off before he can, you know, finish giving his speech, and shortly after that, the episode ends. And shit, we only have 6 more episodes to go, and what is this, like fucking 40 minutes already? I might need to speed this up a little bit. I don't know, like, holy shit. Episode 3 starts with another flashback to Dante and Virgil's childhoods leading up to the death of their mother. It shows that Dante was always stronger than Virgil and he never really had to try. And then, you know, some demons attack. It shows that Eva saved Dante over Virgil, and it shows that Eva favored Dante over him as well. Or at least that's, you know, through Virgil's perspective. Eva ends up dying and Dante ends up hiding and, you know, never being captured. And then, you know, Virgil, you know, gets taken hostage by the demons and sent to the underworld to be tortured by the demons, only to be saved by Mundus and to be raised by him. Mundus tells Virgil that it was Argosax who had killed Eva and sent the attack, so Mundus gives Virgil the Yamato, his father's blade, to kill the demons who tortured him and killed his mother. Basically, Mundus is lying to Virgil and just grooming him into being his slave. Honestly, I really don't mind this or this backstory. I've never really read the comics or anything like that, so I'm not 100% sure on the lore of Dante and Virgil as children, other than maybe the tiny little scraps and pieces that they give in the games. But yeah, the way they handle it here, I honestly don't mind it. The writing is definitely better than in the first season, that is for sure. Or maybe it's just a bit more interesting since it's about Virgil than the stupid fucking dogshit White Rabbit character. I don't know. But even Lady is a bit more likable overall this season as they tone down her swearing and you actually get to see her, you know, start to like Dante. She becomes a little bit more like the character that, you know, in the games. A little bit. I mean, she still swears a lot, but like at least, you know, she's making progress, I guess. I don't know. I guess. I mean, they even kiss twice also, which I know some people hate this, but honestly, I don't really mind the kiss scene. I always kind of hated the stupid trope that's used in a lot of Japanese media, such as anime and games, where the protagonist never gets with either the main love interest woman, or they are oblivious, or are just too cool to notice, or whatever it may be. It's always some, you know, variation of that. And it kind of feels like that with Dante in the games. Like, let's be honest, he probably should have got with Lady in the games by now. Okay, let's just keep it $130, or at least with some woman. Like, the clock is ticking. If he doesn't pull a baddie, he won't be able to continue the Sparta lineage. I get that Nero exists, and that's probably also another factor as to why Dante hasn't got with a girl, since Nero is supposed to be like, you know, the successor. He obviously sidelines Dante in DMC4, and even in DMC5, he's the character you start playing as, and again, kind of just sidelines Dante, especially considering there's now 3 characters in DMC5 who need to share the level spots. But yeah, I will say the kiss scene does feel a little bit forced, but you know, I guess Dante just has that riz to pull a bitch who has nearly try to kill him multiple times and, you know, make her, you know, fall for him, which,
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I
yes.
guess he just, you know, he just got that riz, dude. He just got that fucking riz. But yeah, episode 3 is probably one of the better episodes in this series, as it actually has the fight between Dante and Virgil, and it's actually pretty well choreographed and animated. They even have the rain pouring down during the fight, which always makes, you know, a fight or a scene more epic. Okay, let's be honest, you put rain to any like fight scene and it always becomes instantly better. It's just very action packed, and the best parts of DMC 3 or Devil May Cry has always been the rivalry battles between, you know, Dante and Virgil, or Dante and Nilo Angelo. As they are fighting, you hear both sides or perspectives about the Makai and Mundus. Dante is obviously against Mundus and can't believe Virgil is siding with him because, you know, obviously Mundus killed his mother, and Virgil is on the other side of the coin defending the slaughter of the Makayan people and defending his master Mundus. Then, much like in DMC 3, Dante loses the battle to Virgil and he gets stabbed by his own blade. Also, behind the scenes after the talk show with Virgil, in the previous episode, he gets a call from the president and makes a deal with him where he'll, you know, withdraw the troops and stop the invasion, but he'll need Mundus to concede up front. In exchange, he'll give Virgil the location of the Arcanus and the codes. So that's how Virgil finds the location of where Arius and Vice President are at. He talks with Lady and she basically just allows Virgil to kill or attempt to kill the Vice President and Arius, and she just walks free. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention this earlier, but at some point, you know, I think maybe like the previous episode or whatever, she becomes commander. She is, you know, offered the position as she is trying to quit, since she feels bad for the Makais or whatever, and she feels bad for, you know, betraying, you know, Dante and all this other shit. You know, she feels guilt, so she wants to quit, but she gets offered the position of commander, you know, since she's like their best troop or whatever. So Lady goes to Dante to help him out, since, you know, Dante is like literally stabbed and just, you know, waiting on the fucking wall, you know, passed out. And Virgil gets his ass beat by Arius, since both Virgil and Dante are made to be complete pushover bitches in this dog shit anime. Like come the fuck on, man. Like, but yeah, she walks away and she's like, my name isn't Mary, it's Lady, or whatever.
Mary.
Who's Mary?
Which just feels so forced and not earned, because in the games this moment happens, or she takes the name of Lady after killing her father. You know, it's earned in the game where she takes the name because of both Dante calling her it, and also so she can distance herself or disown her father's name.
Help me, Mary.
Mary died a long time ago. My name is Lady. Goodbye, Father.
Like, Arkham was a bad guy, obviously, that killed Lady's mother for power, so in the games, she doesn't want anything to do with her father. Unlike in this shitty anime where she just takes the name Lady because the government killed some poor innocent demons, and that makes her, you know, real upset and makes her feel really down bad, so she takes the name of Lady, which Dante calls her since he doesn't know her name, obviously. But it really doesn't even make sense, because why the fuck are you taking the name that Dante gave you when you've been nothing but a bitch to him this entire time? You turned him in, you shot him in the leg, you tried killing him multiple times, but now all of a sudden she's like, my name's not Mary anymore, it's Lady. Get it right. Because they had to, you know, give some shitty backstory as to how she got the name, I guess, which again doesn't feel earned and just feels completely forced and comes out of left field. I know I said the writing was better this season, which I do think for the most part it is better. That's not really saying much, since the first season's writing was so dogshit and so horrible you couldn't possibly make it any worse. You know, like, the only way from the bottom is up. So it's not really saying much when I say the second season has better writing, when again, you can only go up from the terrible writing of season 1. Like, you can only go up once you hit the, you know, rock bottom. So episode 4 opens with young or kid Virgil fighting Mundus and basically being tested and trained by Mundus. Virgil loses the fight and starts crying after he finds out goodness killed his mother. Mundus says the line, devils don't cry, yet somehow half the demons in this dog shit show have been crying.
Devils don't cry.
Yes, they do. They're just lower tier, bro. They do cry. Liar.
Not to mention the literal scene before was a demon crying when he got caught for being with Argosax, so apparently demons do cry. So after Mundus telling Virgil this, he gives this lame ass line, then I'll kill the boy who did.
Then I'll kill the boy who did.
This is fucking gay.
Meaning Virgil is going to kill his old bitch self who cries like a baby, and he's going to seek power and be reborn as a stronger person, because that's how Mundus defeated Argosax. He just simply had more power. He also further grooms Virgil into thinking he's the good guy, since he tells the story of how Argosax would force the mothers to watch him as he fed on their, children. And obviously that's bad because, like Virgil's mom died. So Argosax is like this big fat meanie who eats children as their mothers watch. And Virgil is like, I guess I need power then. I mean, he doesn't actually say that, but he might as well, let's be honest. And yeah, this is basically the anime's version of Virgil. So anyways, Arius defeats Virgil and obtains his blood, but Lady saves Dante and they go to meet up with Virgil, and Dante announces his presence and shoots Arius, which gives Arius enough time to literally cook a Thanksgiving dinner. Put that fucking turkey in the oven, make some mashed potatoes from literal scratch, make some cornbread, farm some corn, beans, and other vegetables, take out the Thanksgiving turkey, cut it up, eat it, take a nap, wake up, and still have time to react to Dante shooting him. But for whatever reason, Arius's Joe Biden unk status has finally caught up to him, I guess, and he couldn't react fast enough to dodge the bullets despite literally being able to keep up with Virgil and defeating Virgil. It then gives Virgil time to chop off Arius's arm, and as he, goes for the finishing blow, the Lucia clone comes in to protect him as he makes a portal to escape. So Virgil follows him using his Yamato, and Lady and Dante also go through the portal with Virgil. We then get a backstory flashback for Arius, and I'm not even joking, it's literally just a copy and pasted backstory.
It's literally this. Yeah, facts. It is literally the same thing as the freaking White Rabbit. Literally the same fucking thing.
Every other character when they were children. Arius got abused by his drunken father, so he killed him. Wow, how emotional, truly, how fucking emotional.
Bro, I don't even need that, bro. All I needed was him searching after the taking like lifetimes of searching all the Arcadia. That's all I need. I don't really need him as a child getting beaten by his dad because he was in the war or whatever and fucking lost his leg or whatever. I don't fucking care about that.
How many times are they going to reuse this bullshit? Lady had a bad childhood and was neglected. The White Rabbit had a bad childhood and was abused. Virgil had a bad childhood.
I don't even mind that they had a bad childhood, but make it different, man. Why does it have to be the abuse all over again? Why does it have to be the physical abuse all over again? It's the same thing. That's the issue I have. It's not even that. It's not even that. Oh yeah, they had a bad childhood. No, it's that they got physically abused by their parents, just like the fucking White Rabbit did. Like,
and has, trauma from it. Now Arius has a bad childhood and was also abused. Like, at some point this has to just become redundant, and I feel like the redundancy has already taken full effect a while ago, after, like, I don't know, episode 6, where it was an entire episode dedicated to the White Rabbit's abusive childhood trauma. So now that Arius has all 4, Arcana artifacts, he's going to use them to raise Argosax tomorrow, since it's a hybrid solar eclipse, and this allows Arius to fully activate their Arcana. So Dante, Lady, and Virgil have the idea to steal or take one of the Arcana artifacts and hide it for a day until the solar eclipse, passes. Arius is being built a new prosthetic arm. The president ends up being killed by the vice president since he told Virgil Darkom's location and where Arius and the vice president were so that Virgil could kill them. The soldier who shot him ends up crying and breaking down and actually will make another appearance near the end while helping Lady. Lady then makes it to this mirror, or my bad, gateway, as Virgil calls it, where it's basically just shows you your fears, and of course Lady finds it first, and we get to re-see Lady's childhood trauma for the 50th time about how her DEI demon hunting squad buddies all died, her mother dying, and also the White Rabbit, because we gotta be reminded this dogshit character still exists even though he's dead. So Lady, Dante, and Virgil eventually make it to the room where all of the Arcana items are being held and are ambushed by the Lucia clones. Dante steals the coin Arcana and replaces it with a coin he found earlier in the episode. Virgil opens up a portal to
that one was pretty good. I like that one. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Basic, but hey, I'll take basic.
Random highway, and Dante and Lady get sent through it with the real Arcana, and Virgil gets his ass beat for a second time while, not going through the portal and staying to fight Arius and the Lucia clones. Dante then saves Lady from getting sawed by a truck since the portal put them on some random highway in like the middle of fucking nowhere. Dante and Lady kiss. Arius realizes that the coin has been replaced and the episode ends. Wow, how beautiful of an episode. But yeah, the kiss definitely feels like it just comes out of left field and just happens for the sake of happening.
It's undeserved. It's undeserved because Lady did all that shit to Dante and Dante never felt away. Dante never got mad at her for betraying him, his trust, or anything. No, the kiss is undeserved.
so that all the moms watching this dog shit will get misty-eyed and be like, wow, dude, this anime is so good. But I don't really mind the kiss, I'll be honest. I don't know. Episode 5 feels...
Here's the thing. I don't mind the concept of them kissing. Don't care. I don't mind that. But it's what all that shit Lady did before, and basically did not get any repercussions from it. That's the problem.
kind of pointless as the entire episode.
So it's not earned. It's not like Lady had to slowly gain Dante's trust back, and then they start then they start liking each other back again. No, it's literally Dante just forgives her, and yeah, it's like, again, it's never, Lady does not get punished. Lady does not get repercussions from what she just did. And
revolves around going to the brotherly scholar and having him destroy the Arcana, but it literally takes him like all day to use up his magic or whatever to fully destroy the Arcana, and before he finishes, obviously Arius discovers the location of Dante and Lady, ambushes them during the night, ends up killing the brother. The Lucia clones nearly kill Lady and give her iconic scar, and the little girl who...
this has pissed me off. When she got clawed, she was in the air, no armor, no nothing, gets clawed up, dropped how many feet in the air, lands on a statue, and survives it, bro. No armor. No armor. She survives she survived all that plus the fall. And plus she landed on a statue too, in a very awkward position, and survived it. Like, she got Dante durability? Like, what the hell is this, man?
The granddaughter of the brother is sent to this realm that Arius, sends everybody that he doesn't want to kill and to be kept alive for later, and he kind of had to keep her alive because he made a deal with the grandfather that he killed. But yeah, what's funny is Matilda, the little girl, sees her grandfather killed in front of her, which again is more, childhood trauma bullshit. Does every child character in this godforsaken show need to be either abused or a victim? Like, goddamn. But yeah, Arius used Matilda as a hostage to get the old geezer to stop destroying their Arcana, and when he showed himself, he got killed, which they try to play off as something sad and tragic.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, you were introducing like I wasn't too sure if it's the same episode. I'm pretty sure it's the same episode. You were introduced in the same episode, buddy. I don't care. Are you gonna try to get me to care, bro? No, I'm sorry, man. And but he has a granddaughter at some cheap way to get you to emotionally feel. Because her parent, the girl's parent, Matilda's parents died off screen and shit. So he was the only one taking care of her. And was like, I don't care because I didn't really know you and her prior to this shit. We found out about you in the same episode, buddy, and you die. I don't care.
It's like we just met the motherfucker this episode.
Yeah, literally. It's like you trying to get. Oh, but he appeared in the flash. No, I don't care. He appeared in the flashback means nothing. He appeared and died in the same episode. You want me to care?
They give a flashback at the start of the episode since it's convenient for the plot about how years ago Dante and Enzo had met, the old geezer and worked for him in the past. Oh yeah, they also...
Yeah, I never mentioned it. Never met. You should have meant. That should have been the offhand thing in season 1, not the fucking Raccoon City bullshit.
Plays Skater Boy in this episode as well, while Dante and Lady are playing dress up with Matilda while they're waiting or guarding the old fuck while he's destroying their Arcana. I'll be honest, I think the scene was kind of cute, but I don't know. Skater Boy, like, really, don't get me wrong, that's a banger song, okay? It's an absolute banger song, okay? Let's be honest. But let's just be real, okay? I don't really think it fits all that well in Devil May Cry, okay? Let's just be real. But yeah, I said this episode just feels kind of pointless since the whole episode is about destroying the Arcana and they fail doing so, and it basically just kind of results back at square one. Also, if you are enjoying the video, then make sure to
also it's also implied that Dante and Lady they smashed. They also implied that because when Dante woke up, he was mostly naked. So does that imply that Dante and Lady hit? Because if they did, that means Lady might be pregnant, and that could be a plot point maybe in season 4 or some dumb shit. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's like, oh yeah, Nero, instead of being Virgil's child, he's gone. I don't know. I'm just fucking guessing at this point. I'm just assuming at this point, man. I don't know.
Hit that like button and that sub button, as that would be very base than Latina.
But no, I'm more sure to imply that Dante and fucking Lady hit. That's undeniable.
I also have a Devil May Cry 1 retrospective video up on my channel that's like an hour long, so you can, I don't know, listen to that shit while you're at work or do something. And I also have a DMC5 review, which as a huge DMC fan, DMC5 is extremely overrated, and I think 1, 3, and 4 are all miles better than DMC5. So if you are interested in hearing all my thoughts and complaints about that, then watch it and like and shit. But anyways, in episode 6 we learn that Arius is basically an Indian with very good karma, Sar, and that he basically is able to be reborn or reincarnated every time he dies.
Yeah, this part I needed. I didn't need him getting abused part. I just needed this shit. I don't care about him getting fucking abused.
Keeping all his past
not to be heartless, but
memories and knowledge. So he's like 672 years
because honest
old, and he states that he's seen every society built by man, but last I checked the world is a bit older than, I don't know, 672 years old. So I feel like Arius might be a bit of a dumbass despite, you know, trying to seem so intelligent. But yeah, Arius got this power since he found one of the Arcana and made a deal with Argosax all that time ago, and has been trying to find all these different Arcanas in these different lifetimes. So after Lady nearly died last episode, she wakes up tied down and tries to explain to the vice president about how Arius is,
as I say again, he's such a wasted villain. It's like when Kevin Conroy died. When Kevin Conroy died, they didn't know what else to do with his character, so they just made it. They're just like, okay, let's just, because he was built up to be the main antagonist, and then it's just like, oh yeah, nah, let's just push him to the side.
And going to destroy Satan, but instead he's trying to resurrect him. But the
like it made it seem that he was going to be the main antagonist for season 2. And then have Arius be like the overarching antagonist or some shit. But it's like President Baines doesn't really do shit. He's just there. He's just next to Arius and shit. It's a waste. It's honestly a waste what he did with President Baines, Vice President Baines. Well, President Baines, because he's the president fucking got shot in the head, but I was calling him Baines for short.
You know, VP doesn't believe Lady because he's a moron, and obviously we need to paint Christians out to be not only evil, but also retards. Dante is also locked up to a chair with Arius, and everything is going according to plan to resurrect or summon Argosax. Meanwhile, in whatever shitty realm Virgil and Matilda were sent in, Virgil sees demons picking on Matilda, teasing her with the locket that Dante gave to her in the last episode. So as he's talking to Matilda, trying to figure out how she got the locket, these demons try and rob Virgil while also having his sword, so Virgil quickly kills them all. One of them, however, uses Matilda as a hostage, but Virgil doesn't give a shit if she dies. Matilda then bites the demon or guy. I don't know if he's even a demon, to be honest. I don't know, and to be honest, I don't really care. But yeah, she bites him since in the last episode either Dante or Lady said to bite the person if she got captured, so she did that, which gives Virgil an opening to strike and then retrieve his sword. After that, he takes the little girl with him to leave, and they begin talking, and he's basically like, you need power in order to protect people. You're lucky you learned this at a young age, unlike me. They get to the end where it's literally the 3-head boss from DMC2, and instead of fighting,
even though he kind of did because his mother died, but who cares, right? He kind of learned the same lesson since his mother died around that same age too, but I guess whatever.
Basically just runs past him, which I don't blame Virgil. Those bosses in DMC2 have like 50 bars of health. Nobody wants to be fighting a dogshit boss for 10 minutes. Let's just be real. Nobody wants to be, you know, spamming the shoot button for 5 minutes. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay, going back to Dante, he gets like this vision, or he showed the future by Arius when he puts on like this helmet thing, where if he tries to escape or tries to fight him, he loses, and Arius literally rips his head off. Which, let's just be real, I don't know in what fucking world Dante is losing to this motherfucker, but again, for the 500th time, Dante is severely nerfed in this, you know, horrible show, and basically gets his ass kicked by everyone who isn't just some, you know, no-name bot or demon. Now that Arius has all the pieces to the Arcana, and it's an eclipse, he summons Argosax, which before he does that, though, the vice president asks about if he's really trying to kill Satan, since he's finally considering if what Lady had told him is actually true or not, and he finds out that he should have listened to Lady and ends up getting killed for it. Episode 7 is basically Dante and Virgil, well, more so Virgil, fighting Argosax as he powers up and basically kicking both Dante and Virgil's ass. Lady convinces the guy who's watching her to let her escape so she can stop Argosax, and this is the same guy who killed the president, and he eventually lets her go, and then a bit later comes after her to help her out, which all of these soldiers who were working for the vice president try to stop Lady, which is pretty retarded since obviously the motherfucker is dead now. And why would you try to stop Lady when you can clearly clearly see that Argosax is destroying the entire fucking city. Like, how fucking stupid can you possibly be? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Clearly this motherfucker lied to you, but I guess everybody believes Argus and is helping him now. I don't know. It's just pretty stupid, let's be real. Lady fights the Lucia clone and gets saved by Matilda shooting the clone. Then Lady opens up a portal to Makai with Sparta so that they can send Argosax's, you know, bitch ass through that portal and have Mundus kill Argosax since he's too powerful for both Dante and Virgil to fight somehow. Dante also doesn't help much until the very end when he activates his DT, since apparently he still doesn't know how to control it despite being like 15 episodes into this trash. Basically only activates when somebody gets killed and he, like, you know, starts crying. Oh, maybe he doesn't start crying, but he gets like angry or something, or he has like some emotional moment. That's pretty much the only time it activates. Episode 8 is the final episode in this godforsaken show, thankfully, and it's a fight between Mundus and Argosax. And honestly, the fight scene is pretty cool and climatic for one of the final fights, and obviously Mundus kicks Argosax's ass during the fight. Dante and Virgil need to separate the amulet from the sword to close the gateway from the human world, or again, my bad, the Sapien realm and the Makai realm, but Mundus stops them before they can do it. We learn about the backstory of Mundus, Makai, and Sparta, and how Mundus is, you know, just misunderstood or some bullshit, and he was actually, you know, helping out the Makaians by, you know, killing Argosax, who was a corrupt and evil ruler, even though Mundus
is the same fucking exact thing, so it's like the same, it's like different ruler but the same method. Same thing, different ruler.
Is corrupt and evil, but, you know, I guess it's just lies or whatever, I'm assuming. Unless they really are trying to change this Mundus into like some sort of misunderstood, you know, villain, or some misunderstood, like, you know, demon or whatever. I have no fucking idea. Who knows? Who cares?
Nah, he was like this pure evil guy because he manipulated Virgil into thinking that it was like his old bros had something to do with fucking his mother's death. It was actually fucking not Argosax, Mundus and shit. So yeah, both of them so pure evil.
Virgil and Dante then fight while Mundus literally does nothing but just watch.
Yeah, they had the reference DMC5 right there. The game that Ocean called it, they didn't had a beef with because it got announced before his show came out. Yeah.
Who cares? Let's be honest.
But
Virgil and Dante then
but
fight.
They gotta
while
mention
Mundus
it. They gotta mention this scene though. This scene right here. When Virgil hits him with the butt of his sword.
Literally
like in DMC5.
Does nothing but just watches. Virgil chooses to stay in Makai and kicks Dante's ass for a second time, which at this point I feel like Dante's win-loss ratio has got to be in the fucking negatives at this point. He's lost to basically every demon and even was outsmarted by Lady several times. Like seriously, I can't think of a single fight that Dante actually won. I guess maybe like Agni, like maybe like a few others, but like for the most part, like he gets his ass kicked in like almost every—
Yeah, Agni, the White Rabbits. I'm trying to think of like major fights. I'm not counting that fucking that first demon. That doesn't really fucking count. So it's like, yeah, Agni, the White Rabbit. I think that's it. Some father demons. I think that's pretty much it.
Every fucking scene, or almost every fight. But anyways, Virgil sends Dante through the portal and detaches the amulet from Sparta, throws it to Dante, and at the last minute, Mundus is like, wait a minute, shouldn't I be like trying to stop them from closing the portal and leaving? Since he literally does nothing and just allows them to do this and talk about doing it right in front of him, right in front of his face. But I don't know, I guess Mundus was like spacing out, maybe having some daydreams about ice cream since he's getting old. Like, I don't know.
It was funny that it was like I think it was Cavalier. It was like, I think it was the first episode, and the nigga came in and was trying to ask for fucking help. And it was like, you don't what? That's how you know you suck.
No, but it is pretty funny how only at the last second does he finally try to stop them. Virgil then fights Mundus, and we don't get to see it as it immediately cuts to Lady and her basic.
Like you're in the demon realm, right, where the strongest survive, and you're gonna ask fucking another demon for help? Yeah, you're stupid.
You know, leaving and packing her bags. But assuming after, you know, the events of DMC3, Virgil loses to Mundus, I'm sure that's what is going to happen here in season 3.
Yeah, he's gonna lose to Mundus, and he's gonna be turned to Neil Angelo forcibly, some shit.
If they even do show it. I don't know if season 3 is going to take place, you know, after the games or completely divert into its own thing with its own made up characters and demons or whatever, or if they'll follow the plot points of—
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They already freaking diverted from canon already, bro. All they did was freaking mix and match fucking. All they did was fucking take all the games and fucking compound them into one universe. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking started making new characters. They already done that shit. They already started with that shit with the whole ladies crew and all that shit. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if they continued it.
DMC1 and maybe introduce Trish, considering Lady I'm assuming won't be a part of season 3, which if that is the case, we already know they're going to do Trish dirty. Okay, so like I'm not really looking forward to seeing how dirty they do Trish. After showing Lady leaving, we cut to Dante passed out on the floor all bloody and shit, and we get a flashback of Dante, Virgil, and his mom taking a family picture. How beautiful, while Shall Never Surrender plays in the background. The perfect amulet splits into two since Dante has both halves of it in the season ends. But yeah, I'm assuming they probably are going to follow the events of DMC1 for the 3rd season, since like I said, as it's already been greenlit, so it's probably already in production. Although maybe the Shall Never Surrender is hinting at bringing Nero into season 3, and then Dante—
I can't. No, it has to be the Trish thing. It wouldn't make sense if they all of a sudden did this massive time skip to the fucking Neo thing.
They can be sidelined once again for the 3rd fucking time. I don't know, and honestly, I don't really care. The series just deserves to die and burn in a fire and be completely erased and removed from everybody's minds and memories. Addy Stanksar needs to stop getting his grubby little paws onto all these games and IPs and stop fucking ruining shit, okay? Let's be honest. I don't know, I don't have much else to say, and to be honest, I'm quite exhausted from watching this garbage.
Bro, it's so fun 'cause I didn't even know that it came out. Like the season 2. When I found out season 2 came out, I'm like, wait, it's out? I didn't even know that shit. It just sneakily released and then that's it, bro. It's just like, okay, great. Let's see. Dating coach called her ghetto. She wasn't ready for it. Oh, let's hear that shit. Let's see what happens when you call. Ooh, you don't take it lightly.
Okay, so
bro.
I tried Clemence's complete French course for.
I don't care. You know your French. Bonjour. Man, félicitations. Tu comprends français.
Comes back to me. Me working on myself, working on my, vocabulary, how I carry myself. I hear this so much. It's just like I thought I did.
So then something has to change. If you hear it a lot, then something has to change. We have to work on that. And granted, you're young. You have time.
So what if
See? You see that squint? You see the squint you just gave me? You like, girl, no, you don't know what you're talking about, girl. You giving me that?
Like, what if someone's personality is more so like a bit extra?
We have to take the edge off. We can't be ghetto. I'ma say it plain.
You're too ghetto for a high value man. Damn. That's a hell of a title.
Let's hear it.
Hi.
Hi.
Already starting on the wrong foot, the profile pic. We're already on the wrong foot already with the profile pic, bro. Already on the wrong foot. This is not good.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, camera.
Press save.
Hi.
Hi, me. Welcome in.
Hey.
Hi. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I don't mind.
All right, what brings you up?
Okay, so I don't have a problem like as far as like dressing or anything like that. My concern is I just want the honest truth.
The truth.
And just like, okay, yeah, how to spell.
Oh, they say that until you give them the actual truth, and then that's when they fucking go off and start insulting people and start insulting you or whatever. They always say that I want the truth, and they tell them the truth, and then they don't like it.
Foundation, I got the car, I got the crib, I got the the credit, I got everything.
Well, good credit at 25 years old is actually kind of impressive. I ain't gonna lie, like at least it shows that you're able to work a job. You got at least a spot to live, you got a car, you got good credit. At least you're willing to work a job, and I think that's good for a start when you're ready to start building with somebody else. Everybody knows.
Facts. Good credit, though. You need that good credit, but what's my credit score actually? I have a credit card, but I don't really use it often. Like, I only use it for emergencies if I have to use it, but I don't use it very often. Because when I was younger, I used to use it pretty often. Because that's how I got my PS5. I used my credit card, and I paid it off. But yeah, I don't use my credit card really. kind of crazy how I haven't touched it. When was the last time I used it? April. We're almost in July. We're almost in July, and that's the last time I've ever used my credit card. It was in April. We're almost in July, and I haven't touched my credit card. Let me see my credit score. Oh god. Oh shit. 773. That's my credit score. 773. It's been going up ever since the last month. 773, But again, the whole thing is that obviously, honestly, it is impressive that somebody young has good credit, because most cases, young people tend to use their credit card a lot. You know, that's just kind of how it is. That's kind of how typically it goes.
Nowadays consume too much on the internet and they feel like they got to have like a business to be successful, but really just working a job consistently. There's nothing wrong with having a decent job. With the job, you have consistency, and with consistency, you can at the very least make a plan. So I will say, like, having good credit, your own car, your own house, or your own apartment at this age, at 25, all of that feels like an accomplishment.
All of that,
Facts.
right? I want the fairy tale love. Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like I believe in love and I believe in meeting that person that's for you and stuff, but it's like I keep getting deterred by people. Like, I have people in my job telling me, like, when you get older and you be with someone for so long, mind you, numerous people.
Yep.
When it be so long, you know, you're gonna start going out and you're gonna start wanting other things.
Yep.
And it's just like, is that what's really going on?
No,
is
no.
all the married people and the people that's together for like 15 plus years, like out stepping out on their
No, that is the reason why people think that is because that's how social media puts out marriage like that. Social media gives marriage like a reputation like that, because that's the one that's freaking pop. Because let's be honest, most married couples they ain't fucking talking about this stuff on social media, so you're not gonna be hearing about the stuff like stories like that. Those are more the minority.
No. These are just the old hoes. She's talking to older women who are jaded, that are telling her that she's young and she should go live her life and do whatever she wants to do. And this is horrible advice. Like when I was younger, when me and my wife were dating, we were dating for like 4 years, and we were going through college while we were dating. And there were older women that would tell her that, oh, y'all have been dating for 4 years. I would have been left him if he didn't propose to me by now. And these are women who have never had a happy relationship in their lives. So misery loves company. Like when you show up late for class, it always feels late. It feels better when somebody show up late with you. You show up late to a meeting. You show up late to work. It feels better when somebody shows up late with you, and that's because misery loves company. And I'm telling you right now, it's something about an older, jaded woman that will actively try to sabotage younger women. That is horrible advice. And it just seems to be specifically older women that try to sabotage younger women. Like, if there was an older man who lost his wife and his family because he had a drinking habit, he wouldn't advise a younger man to start picking up drinking, especially when he's emotional, right? But for some reason, when it comes to older women who have put themselves in bad positions with their relationships, they actively, I don't know if it's out of instinct, I don't know what that is, they actively seem like they try to sabotage younger women. Don't listen to that nonsense. Life is already hard enough when you're trying to make the good decisions. Don't make it harder by going out and making bad decisions.
Well, I don't think every person is stepping out,
No.
but you know, a lot of people may be or are, you know, but I think relationships change because people change. You're not going to be the same person you're now 10 years from now. And you know, when you're in a relationship, you and your partner have to grow together. That's important. But I also think you're thinking too far ahead. You're already down the aisle 10 years into the relationship. Step number 1 is to get out the house, date someone, see if you guys like each other, and then get in a relationship.
Okay, so like as far as that, I go out and I seem like I'm pretty approachable and things like that, but it's just like, well, I don't go out a lot. I like being home, but when I do go out,
You gotta correct yourself real quick. Make it seem nice.
I've heard that before. Not putting it past her. I'm not saying if it's true, it's a good thing, but I've heard that same song before.
No, like I don't know what it is, but it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't deal with a lot of dudes. Most
Okay.
people that I
That's
know that's
good.
my age have
Good thing.
different dudes, have
Yep.
a roster.
Yep.
Oh my god, Ross! I hate that roster should be used for sports teams, not for freaking girls. How many dudes that girls got on their phone, bro? That's what you should use it for a roster, freaking for sport teams, not for how much dudes you got in your damn phone, bro.
No, they get food out,
Yep.
black show, stuff like that. But I don't like. I'm real, like chill, real out the way, and I don't have like, different dudes. Although I know I can. I know I'm
Right.
beautiful. I know I'm funny.
Right.
I know,
Mhm.
I smell good, good personality, all of that. But for some odd reason, it's just like I don't have that,
Yeah.
flow of dudes
Yeah,
going on.
don't worry about that. Those girls are gonna be burnt out. Like if you're 25, I'm assuming she's hanging around people that are about
And
her.
that's the thing. It's the what's that? It's the FOMO. Is that what it's called? FOMO? Let me see. FOMO. I fucked up. FOMO. It's the it's a FOMO. That's that's what she's kind of feeling right now. It's that FOMO where it's like you're kind of missing out on all those experiences that your friends are dealing with that you're not dealing with. And unfortunately that's how social media kind of puts your brain at. Social media kind of promotes that FOMO. That's what it does. When you have all these freaking women, or you have all these chicks in fucking Bahamas and Hawaii or whatever, and like it brings that FOMO for sure. That's a dangerous thing of social media, bro. It gives you that FOMO where it's like you see all these people doing stuff. And it's just like I wish I could be me, but
Age. Give it about 3 more years, you're gonna see the glow, like the youthful glow and essence in their eyes is gonna hollow out, and they're gonna start to get jaded, and they're gonna start to expect a life that these guys that were messing with them were giving to them, but they're never gonna find it in a man that's willing to commit to them because it was never real in the first place. Like those types of women are gonna burn out early, and like these types of girls shouldn't even try to compete with those types of women because y'all are playing 2 totally different games. They want attention from everybody. If you actually want love, all you need is the attention of one person. And the craziest part is it'd be like regular women comparing their lifestyles to basically diet prostitutes, and they don't even know it because their brains have been like the diet prostitutes. They don't even know it because their brain has been infected with too much twerking music. So like they're going and getting flown out, and they're doing things that they're not going to tell you that they're doing because they don't want it to affect how you see them. They're going to try to act like these guys are just flying them out because they are cool and interesting, because they're a vibe, right? But really, they're doing things that probably wouldn't make their parents proud in order to get these things. I'm telling you right now, a Spirit Airlines ticket, RIP Spirit Airlines, a Spirit Airlines ticket is like a golden ticket to the chocolate factory to some of these ladies, and it's not even expensive, but to them, it's everything to a woman that's in poverty. And so they go on these trips and they're doing everything, and if you're not willing to do what they're willing to do to get what they got, you shouldn't be envious of them because y'all are playing 2 totally different games in 2 totally different moral playing fields, and don't let them lie to you.
and again, you're playing at two different speeds. Sometimes someone may be accomplished at the same age as you, and while you're stuck that is how it is. That's how life is, man. Sometimes people are gonna be more accomplished than you at a certain age, that at the same age as you, and that's just gonna be again. The social media promotes a lot of FOMO. It does.
They tell you that
And why do you think people want to be content creators nowadays? Because that's what's fucking popular on obviously streaming and all that shit gone popular. So that's what people want to be nowadays, especially young kids. They want to be fucking content creators instead of usually being the policeman, or maybe I want to be a basketball player or some shit like that. You want to be
not
content
having
creators.
sex with these dudes for essentially a lifestyle, not even for money, just to be around the party.
Okay, so you're telling me no one's approaching you then?
I mean, they approach me, but it may not be something that I'm like interested in.
Oh, standards issue.
Okay, so is these like the trapping guys, the hood guys that are approaching?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
And do you really think you're ready right now at this moment of your life for a different type of man? Do you think you're ready? Although I'm not saying you don't have your own money, which you said you do have.
No, I'll say it. If it's the hood niggas, then I guess you are. It's a good job that you're avoiding them for sure. If it's the hood, if it's the hood niggas though. The YNs or some shit.
Your own car, your own money, your own home, which is a major accomplishment because the average, you are 25, right? Correct. 25-year-old doesn't have that, right?
Yeah, a
So
lot of
that
them
is an
don't,
accomplishment.
especially in the city.
However, the way you carry yourself and the way you speak, you have to work on that.
Okay.
Because although you have those things, that the way you speak and carry yourself appeals to those type of men. Hood guys,
Facts.
rapping guys,
Yeah.
scam guys. That's
Yeah.
what that appeals to.
Facts.
And if you're telling me you want something different, then you're gonna get around that guy. And then what if you get nervous? What if you feel like you can't hold a conversation or say certain things? Does that make sense?
So everything comes back to me.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Me working on myself, working on my, vocabulary, how I carry myself. I hear this.
Because if all you're getting is hood dudes, then that means that you're the common denominator. There's a way there's something about the way that you act, your attitude, that attracts those hoodlum niggas. And if it's a bunch of hoodlum niggas, if it's a bunch of different hoodlum niggas coming, getting attracted to you, they're the common denominator. I mean, it is you.
So much. It's just like I thought I
So
did.
then something has to change. If you hear it a lot, then something has to change.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me you want a different type of guy. If you want a different type of guy, then you can get that guy today, but are you going to be ready to sit down with him and have a conversation and carry yourself and conduct yourself in a certain manner that you're not typically used to?
I would think so.
And one day, like Klay Thompson didn't fucking put a ring on Megan Thee Stallion because she acted ghetto, and Klay Thompson don't like that shit. And it don't fit. Klay Thompson, he's a 4-time NBA champion, got millions of dollars in his pocket. He can move on to the next hoe easy. So it's like when he figured out that he can't turn a hoe to a housewife, then he dipped. He's like, yeah, I'm not putting a ring on that shit. Fuck out of here. And then he dipped.
I don't think you're ready.
You don't think so?
No. Because now, the way you're speaking now is calmer. But when you came in, we was a little loud. We was like, we have to work on that. And granted, you're young. You have time. Uh-oh, see? You see that squint? You see the squint you just gave me? You like, girl, no, you don't know what you're talking about, girl. You giving me that?
Yeah, I think it's crazy because Kevin Samuels deal with this same thing. Like, there would be women that would come onto his show and wait in the queue, knowing what his show is about.
Facts. There'd be chicks waiting for would be literally having meetings and discussions with him, and not only that, with PMP says they know how Kevin Samuels is. They know how Kevin Samuels is from his YouTube channel and all that. They know how he is, so they already have the notion of how he's gonna act when he knows about your behavior. But yet, when you talk to him, and then you get all freaking angry at him for him telling the truth. But you know how Kevin Samuels is. That's how he is. So I don't know why you're expecting anything different. you expect him to compliment you, or encourage you. Like, obviously, that's not gonna work.
Ask an image consultant about advice, and then when he'd give them the advice,
he get mad at him.
He'd get mad at him.
It's like
what's the point of coming to him for the advice?
Facts, bro.
Someone's personality is more so like a bit extra. So you're saying that in order to speak with a dude of a certain decorum.
And trust me, no, it's not. And people who come and say, "Oh, but he's harsh on dudes too." He is very harsh on dudes too. For sure. If you've seen some of the videos where he talks about with dudes and shit, he is harsh on niggas as well. He's harsh on everybody that goes through his shit, not just women. So I don't want to hear nobody. He misogynist. No, he goes off anybody that comes to his queue.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't be outgoing. I'm not saying you can't be bubbly, but we have to take the edge off. We can't be ghetto. I'm gonna say it plain.
Oh, that shocked her.
With Gillette.
That shocked her. Here's the thing, though. You got a couple of niggas. Sometimes you got some hood niggas saying, "Oh, but if you ain't ghetto, then you ain't black or some shit." There'll be some niggas be like that sometimes too. There be some niggas be like that too. They be like, yeah, if you ain't sagging your pants, chains on, and
We gotta work on that.
hoodlum.
We
You
have
ain't
to
hood.
take the edge off.
Ghetto.
Down.
We have to take the edge off.
Oh yeah, that's shocker. That's shocker.
That's what you're here for.
Again, I'm not taking away from your accomplishments. I'm not saying you don't have your own car, your own money, your own this, your own
Yeah,
that.
she's not talking. Yeah, she's talking about the way that she conducts herself. Because you can have all that shit, but if you ain't if you want a type of guy, then you gotta switch something. You gotta change something within you. Because if the common guy that you're getting is a hoodlum, that common denominator is you, and it's something that you gotta conduct yourself with.
But if you go outside into the real world and you're telling me I don't want the guys that I'm attracting now. I want a man who went to college, has all these degrees. I want the girls, all the
You don't even need a college degree, bro. You just gotta have a good job, bro. Like I think college degrees are overrated, bro. I think if you unless you're going to a career program for college, bro, it is college is fundamentally useless. But if you're going to a freaking liberal or some dumb shit, like come on, bro, come on, man. Unless you're going to for like a career program, like maybe like a nurse or a doctor or lawyer or some shit like that, I don't see a use for college, bro. That's just how I see.
about on the internet that the guy is the 1%. He's making $1 million a year. He has all the cars. He runs in certain circles.
No.
Oh no.
No.
See, you can't. Like if this was my daughter, I'd go daughter. You too worried about what a man got and not worried about what a man is or who a man is.
Facts.
You got to look at his character. At the beginning, you should
Because again, those things can attract a person, but what makes a person stay is the personality. And I always keep on saying that. And that's why I always say looks matter. I'm tired of people always say, looks don't matter. They do matter because looks is what attract a person. But what keeps a person is the personality. So yes, you can say that personality matters, yes, but it's also true that looks matters too. So it's both, right? So that's why I always say, anyone that says looks don't matter is a fucking liar. But because looks do matter to a certain extent. But again, it attracts people, but what makes people stay is the personality.
Should not be worried about money. If you have a good unionship as a man and a woman, especially early on before y'all have kids and y'all both are working and y'all are both working towards a goal to eventually have kids and putting money away and doing things responsibly, life is already hard enough when you're doing the things responsibly. If y'all are already doing these things because y'all are serious about life, you will eventually come up on the money, especially if y'all are actually focused on making this a goal and trying to get to where you want to go. I would say look for a guy that has good character and look for a guy that has good work ethic, because there are certain traits that you can't train a man into, he has to grow into. And if he has the ability to consistently work a job, like I don't care if the dude say he want to be in the NBA. Like, is he the first one in and the last one to leave when it comes to the things that he say he want to do? Don't listen to what he say. Watch what he does.
Facts.
And if he says he wants to be
like I always say in this household, bro, words are wind, bro. Actions speak louder than words. Words are wind. You can say all these promises, but if you don't give them promises, they don't mean shit. Words are wind, my friend. Actions are what truly matter.
The NBA, is he the first one in and the last one to leave when it comes to the things that he says he wants to do? And is he also working a job in order to sustain his lifestyle or in order to sustain his pursuit of his hobby? That's the important thing that you should be looking for, because that level of consistency, even if he realizes that he's never going to make it to the NBA, which hopefully he will sooner than later, that level of consistency and that work ethic will transfer to other endeavors in his life. And that's just something that you can't really coach. It comes with maturity, and it comes with you being willing to just do it.
And hopefully that may transfer to the kids, right? Because if the kids see, maybe let's say for example they have a son, right? And then that son sees his daddy working hard and putting the effort in, then he's probably gonna mostly gonna get inspired and do the same thing. and maybe that's gonna pay off to where maybe the father might not reach the NBA, but maybe the son will, right? So again, it's I would say this is I would say that looks attract a person, but character makes a person stay with that person.
Carry himself? Is he out here trying to look rich to impress people that don't really care about him when he don't even got a pot to pee in yet? How does he treat his mom? Does he say yes ma'am, no ma'am? Does he open the door for you? Does he, when y'all go into the restaurant, does he make sure that he's in a spot where he can still see the door? And I'm not saying it has to be all of those things at once, but I'm saying like there are small characteristics and small habits that you can look at in a guy to kind of gauge what type of guy he is. But if he at the very least can't keep a job, it's going to be hard to work with that. So it's really at that age, man, that early on, you shouldn't be trying to get a man who already got things. You should be trying to get a man that you can build with because he has a certain work ethic, and then eventually both of y'all are going to have those things, and he's going to value you more because you were with him when he didn't have anything. Like there are a lot of people in this world who think that, or a lot of women in this world, I'll be honest, be quite frank. There's a lot of women in this modern era that want a man that's already made. But if a man is already made, then why would he need you? And
Facts.
so you want a man to value you, but you don't want to.
As I always say, man, LeBron James. I always go to LeBron, bro. He had his high school sweetheart, and guess what? They're still together, bro. They're still together, man. Man, look, when Savannah and LeBron met, bro, he wasn't in the NBA yet. Sure, he was a popular prospect, but it wasn't set in stone. He's gonna be that. He's gonna be what people think that he's gonna be. So, man, and they're still together to this day.
Do anything for him, you don't want to have to bring any value you because you want him to already be built when you meet him, right? So like I think that that's like a huge issue. I think that if it's like genuine and y'all actually trying to do like the love thing, love is the good things and the bad things, and oftentimes, you know, like through the bad things, when you make it through those things, it makes it all more worth it, just that much more worth it. So like you should just be chasing a guy that has good character this age. You should not be worried about him being in the top 1%. That's just silly nonsense.
I want to be with that guy.
Facts.
Okay, so
because again, if he's at the top 1%, that means he can get any girl. So it's like the question is, what makes you special, right? He's at the 1%. He can basically pull any girl like you. So what makes you different from the other girls then?
Before I log off and everything, what is your definition of ghetto?
Ghetto would be the way
Loud and
our
obnoxious.
mannerisms are. It would be the way we speak,
the way we dress,
the way we carry ourselves. That automatically, if we hear something, if we hear the way someone speaks, we automatically know where they came from. That's what I would assume.
Yeah, people do judge that. Like I feel so bad for really smart people who have.
And that's the funny thing is that people say they don't judge that, but they do. Even if they don't say it, they do. Prejudice exists for a reason, and stereotypes too.
Because oftentimes the Southern accent is not associated with intelligence, and it just seems like it would suck to be super intelligent but have a Southern accent, right? Because people just wouldn't. Maybe it's a superpower because you get to sneak into rooms and people will just underestimate you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, Minions. They're still making Minions movies, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm tired of Minions at this point.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, but again, I could be wrong. So you could go out and meet him tomorrow and be in a relationship and get married. But if you're telling me 10 other people told me this, then something has to be true. You said I'm not the first person who said it.
I mean, I feel like any young girl that asks advice about relationships, the first thing everyone is going to say is focus on yourself, love yourself. That's with anybody, not just me. Like any young girl, that's the first thing anybody will say.
Right.
Love yourself, pour in your cup, make sure your cup is full. But what
Man,
if
just look for a guy with good character that don't look too pretty, because you can help him. If a guy got crooked teeth a little bit, y'all make a little dough. Tell him to get some braces, hook him up, get him some Invisalign, whatever you got to do. If he don't know how to dress, his shirt don't got to match the shoes, to match the pants, to match the hat. That's too much. Just need a guy that can work good, a guy that can work hard, and then y'all can pick out how you can help him dress in the way you want him to dress. But some people want the full package, and if you see a guy who even appears to be the full package, he's probably already playing the game.
Your cup is full, then what? A person comes to you, asks you for advice, and their cup is full, then what?
Yeah, but I told you what you need to do. You have your own things already, but you're telling me I want a certain type of guy. So I'm saying the way you carry yourself and the way you speak has to change. Because you're saying the guys, you are attracting men now, but you don't like those men. You don't like the way they carry themselves.
Right.
You don't like the way they speak, or you don't like their lifestyle.
It could be an environment issue too.
So there's something about them, the way they speak.
I mean, that's probably the case. She's probably raised in like a very ghetto environment, which influenced her personality. And obviously, because she was raised on that, her personality is gonna be similar to that. And then because of that personality, she's gonna attract those sort of niggas. So
Carry themselves or how they move, that doesn't appeal to you.
also irrelevant, but I'm also big mad at fucking GTA 6 because the physical copies are not even physical copies. They just give you a case of a code in it. Like are they being like come on, like if there's no proof that physical media is not dying, that should be proof enough. It's irrelevant to the video, but like come on, man. You want to get the physical copy of GTA, but instead of getting a physical copy of GTA, getting the disc, all you get is a freaking code in it. All you get is a freaking case and a download code inside of it. Like if physical media is not done, if companies are not trying to fucking kill physical media, I don't know what proof they need when people don't have in this, bro.
Right? So what I'm saying is, if this is
Like-
the only piece you have to change, this is the last piece. You have your own money, you have your own car, you have your own home. That's the hardest part.
Right.
You got that out the way. So all I need to do is maybe go to etiquette classes, learn to speak better. Maybe I need a new group of friends.
Yeah.
So I can learn new things.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
Oh, and she's pointing. She probably agrees. She's probably agreeing to that. She probably has friends who act similar to her or a little bit worse than her, because she doesn't have a Ross like her friends do, getting passed around like a blunt at fucking Snoop Dogg's house. Yeah, your environment can really change a lot of who you are as a person. And in order to change that, you're gonna sometimes need to change your environment. Sometimes just internal change is not enough. Sometimes you need an external change to strengthen that to create a foundation for that internal change.
All I need to do is maybe go to etiquette classes.
Oh, my bad.
Eventually, you're going to become one. That's just how it works. You just become the sum of the people you hang around. And if you hang around people with certain habits, eventually you're going to start to pick up. Look, if you live in Mexico for long enough, eventually you're going to start speaking Spanish.
Yeah, but it's not just friends. We can't put the weight on other people. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to put the weight on other people, but you have to want to change. Read more. Thank you. Read more. That's another good tip.
I read, but okay.
How much you read? Okay, you read how much? Cause reading social media posts ain't reading, buddy. Reading books. Read some books, man.
Yeah, that's that 25. That's that 25. When the girls are 25, the thing is, when you're that age, we think we know everything.
And that's because everybody just smile and nod because they want to have sex with you. Really, you're supposed to be listening to a guy who don't want to have sex with you. And generally speaking, that's going to be your dad and your brothers. And nowadays, you even got to watch out for the cousins. So it's really just your dad and your brothers.
You gotta watch out for the cousins. Come on. You guys have to get the reference now. If you don't, then if you know, you know. I'm not gonna really bother to explain what the fuck what he's talking about. But the whole gist of it is female content creator. A girlfriend of a content creator was cheating on him with her cousin. Like first blood, like first cousin, not no step cousin, no, not that, not that freaking hub crap. No, I mean actual cousin, the Alabama stuff. That's the gist of it. Not,
like being serious.
If you need more details, you just search it up. You would like search up girlfriend cheats on boyfriend of cousin. If you put that tag in the search bar, you would see a bunch of videos. Know what I'm talking about, or know what PMP is referencing.
Maybe a male friend or two who genuinely don't want to sleep with you. But oftentimes, the only reason why these types of girls at this age think, or these women at this age think that they know it all, is because everybody acts like they do, because they just nod and say, yeah, 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 so they can sleep with them. You hardly ever get any backlash or pushback.
Oh, that's not true. I love words from the wise. I have no problem with listening, and I have no problem with constructive criticism for sure. That's you know. So that's why I appreciate that. I appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much. So
welcome so much.
Here's the thing: is she ever gonna implement this? Is she gonna implement the things that she gave that the coach gave her? I guess maybe years later we might find out. I don't know.
moving along, you said etiquette, as far as the way you carry yourself, and then you will attract a different bracket of men.
Yes. And I'm saying, but here's the thing. I'm saying you can attract him, let's say hypothetically tomorrow. But will you be ready to sit down and have a conversation with him?
Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Fuck your fucking Mazda cars. Das Voto. Yes, better body heat. Yes, cool. Condoms. Cars and condoms. Have sex in cars.
Forget all that. You close
goodness.
enough to the time where you were either in college or you was in high school. Go to your DMs. Find a guy that look like he got his stuff together, that's genuine about his intentions. Have your dad and your brothers vet him to find out, so you're not blinded by maybe if he look a certain way. And go with that guy. Go to the DMs. Go to the friend zone. Go to the guys that already said that they're willing to commit to you and love you. Those are the dudes you should be chasing after. You should not be trying to. I just think that after you get out of high school and college and you just walking into the real world, it's really hard to go out here in especially a city where there are literally millions of people, meet a random stranger and actually hit it off with that stranger, and that stranger actually has good intentions for you. I think you'd be better off going to your DMs, looking for a guy who's not, his name ain't on Instagram, walk him down, Jay. Maybe he has his actual government name in his Instagram or something related to a reasonable name in his Instagram. Because you'll see these women that'll complain about their baby daddies, and then you'll look at the people that they had kids with, and they'll be holding up stacks of money that really is just their rent money, but they got it in 20s, and that rent money look good when it's in all 20s, and they'll be spreading it all over their arm, or they got guns in their pictures. And did you think that Walk 'em Down Jay was going to be a good father to you, to your kids?
Walk 'em down,
but
Jay.
it's possible, but it ain't probable, right? So yeah, just look for a guy that looks like he's a reasonable guy that has already said that he's willing to commit, or that shows some interest in you, and you ain't got to go full-fledged into it. Just date them, and don't date them all at once. Date them one at a time. If you're actually interested in pursuing it, don't do it for food. If you're genuinely looking for love, you don't need to be going for a dude that got a bunch of shit. Just go for a dude that has good character, that looks like he could be a good dad.
Consistently.
You said would I be intimidated by speaking with a man with a certain
that? You know what? That's even a better question. Would you be? Since you brought that up, I didn't say it, but would you be? Yes.
So you're asking me?
Yeah. Since you asked me.
Not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I think it's easier said than done. Because we're on the live. It's easier said than done. If that was the case, how I see it, is you would already be in those spaces as of yesterday. You wouldn't even be going back to the spaces where you don't like those guys. You would be at the upper echelon. Oh, I need to go to the Ritz-Carlton. I need to go to the rooftops. I need to hang out with Chad Brad.
Chad
We
Brad?
would be doing that already.
Okay. So you get out the house more and go do those things. Okay. Cool.
Man.
All right. Thank you so much.
Man, I don't know, man. Man, just find a guy that's a nerd. Find a guy who's super interested in something, so interested in something that they can make it interesting. Like, I've found that when you talk to nerds, they know so much about any mundane topic. It can literally be about anything, but they know so much about it that they can make it interesting. Find a guy that's nerded out about something, that cares about something, and that has a hobby outside of just being in a bar drinking. Find a guy that has a job. And if y'all working together and y'all are more focused on building a life than immediately having the life, and y'all are okay with working through the hard times because y'all actually, like, you know, love each other, like you said, that's what you're looking for, it'll be fine.
Our shepherd was murdered, and we shall solve the crime.
Oh, I don't care. The same on my giant dog. But Hey Vance is fun. I love Hey Vance. Freaking funny, bro. Utterly know it's utterly stupid. Yes, he is. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, I don't think I got anything else. Plus, it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta end the stream. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the stream right here. Any other last minute? Amazing Lucas got destroyed. It's probably because he got freaking gaslit. He got lied to. He got tricked. LaMelo will be traded. Oh yeah, because there's trades open for LaMelo as well. There's trades open for LaMelo. Let's see what Internet Exposed got, and then we're gonna end it. They have it.
AKA the amazing Dusty, AKA Dusty Hat, AKA the non-amazing bottom. That's what people are saying out here in these streets. Anyway, he's over here crying, lying, and saying a bunch of horrible things about white people. For some weird reason, that's what he wanted to do today. Let's check it out. Don't forget to hit the hype button. Also hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. All right, let's go.
We haven't done anything to her. And this is why I'm talking about why the white ignorant, above all, is so...
Pie chart's been on fucking return, bro. I'm not gonna be so fucking mad. I'm tired of pie charts. Pie charts piss me off. That better be for that PS4. No, I think they should no more PS4. At this time, people should already have PS5s already, bro. PS5's been out for almost 6 years, bro. Give me a break. No, if OG Almighty says it's true, bro, I'm not. They better not fucking bring back pie charts. I'm sick and tired of them. 2K12 was so good because 2K12 was like you can put any attribute can be 99 overall. If you put a lot of work into it, any attribute can be over at 99 overall. But no. We had to basically limit it, okay? And then but we want to make it more arcadey. So it's like, oh my goodness, man. Pick a flaw. Pick a system.
dangerous, okay? Because we see what they can be gaslit into doing. We saw that on January 6th. All of their principles, all of their scruples, they will throw them out the window, if somebody gives them a charismatic speech, right? As we can see with Trump, as we can see with other of these propagandists that they listen to, Fox News, Newsmax, the rest of them, whether it comes to YouTube and the conservative, just a toxic culture that is corrosive to this country.
Man, that was you. Once upon a time, it's still you actually, without the conservative part.
Facts, because Mason Lucas was a conservative until he did a major switch up.
But that was always you. You are definitely someone who adds to the toxic culture of the country. You want to cause a divide.
Yeah, for example, when the fucking kid hung himself on a tree, you automatically assume that was white boys that lynched him because he died in Mississippi. So it's like, oh yeah, a bunch of white boys lynched him and shit like that. And then Colin Kaepernick came in. Oh, I'm gonna do an independent autopsy, and guess what? No results yet. Fucking, oh my fucking gosh. All these months later, nothing. No freaking results of the independent autopsy. It didn't fit the damn narrative. That's why.
You're the one that's trying to get a race to go against another. That's you. And you're blind to the truth. Because you want to grift to the wokey wokes. Yeah, that's you. Dr. Umar Jr. Or Dr. Umar Jr., I would say. Him and Hassan Piker would get along quite well, in my opinion. They would love each other. Oh
I
my.
don't know about that. Hassan makes socialists turn on against him. Like if you have fucking Zon McDomi like don't want to be associated with Hassan, then I kind of told you how really fucked up Hassan really is. I would even say that. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Oh my god, I'm tired of this Walmart music. Yes, Walmart good. Too bad the Walmart's closing near where I live. Fuck you. Shout out to Costa Rica. Watch out for the fucking toads though. They fucking kill you. Okay.
Hunter Avalon might get jealous. iDubbbz definitely gonna get jealous for sure. We know that. But yeah, the non-amazing Dusty, he's just trying to get off his nasty agenda. He's also the one spreading propaganda. I don't know why anyone would see otherwise, right? Like, I mean that literally. Like, you listen to him and watch him, you know he's a propagandist.
Because these white ignorants, they don't know any better. They're low IQ, bruh. They farting in the bathtub thinking it's funny that bubbles are coming out. And I think that's a disadvantage towards not only white people, but towards this country as a whole. Is that you're low...
AKA, white people are the problem. So he's advocating for white people being the minority because the country is majority white.
IQ, your degenerates are being utilized and weaponized not only against white people, but against the country. Damn, we've seen this historically when there were white people like, hey, this slavery stuff, this is bullcrap. Let me see if I can, try and assist them in escaping or at least fighting against this. What did the evil people do? What did the white ignorants at that time do? What did the lineage of evil do? They made them just as bad as they the slaves, bro.
I should have known slavery was going to get brought up. That's what this guy obsesses over. 3 things. Candace Owens, reparations, slavery. Let it go.
I'm not too sure. He's such a. I mean, he did have a thing for Candace Owens, but I mean, I would say Black perspective as well. He would talk about him as well. George Foreman. His name for him is Greg. It's Greg Foreman, not George Foreman. I don't know why I confuse him with the boxer, but we're not going to talk about that.
No. And I'm black saying that. Let it go, dude. Like.
Yeah, that's funny too. You're never getting reparations, buddy. And it's so funny because people fucking after the same fucking thing. And just like, first of all, your people were trading. Your people were involved in the slave trade, buddy. So you guys are actively trading your fucking people for materials, buddy. You're not.
You're going way too far. Thinking about slavery ain't gonna do nothing for you. Well, I guess in the world of a grifter, and when you're out here.
And it's funny because again, you're never getting reparations, bro. That's just how it is. Because basically, reparations is just gonna be your tax returns. That's reparations, your own tax money, bro. Because you think they're gonna come out of the pocket for you? Nope. You're gonna use your tax money and just give it back to you. Here you go. You had to give it back for sooner or later. So here you go. Use your tax money. It's gonna eventually come back to us.
A charlatan. Now, I guess crying about slavery all day, every day. Your fans would want to hear that, right? They'll want to, tap dance and celebrate, backflip every time you even say the words reparations. They go, yep, he did it again, boys. He brought it up. Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, he could be talking about what's his favorite cereal to eat. Reparations and slavery gonna come up. He'd be talking about the weather. Sure is nice outside. Wasn't nice outside when slavery existed. I'm tired of it. I watched the whole Roots. I don't need to hear no more. I understand. Tough times. but I don't want to hear somebody cry about it in 2026 or anytime in the near future.
Imagine being able to build an app with
I
your
don't care. I don't care. Start talk.
A more nearby galaxy, and the light from that quasar will take 2 or maybe 4 different paths around that galaxy. To us, we only know where the light comes from, so it looks like there are 2 or 4 images of the same quasar.
Was that called the Einstein cross?
The most famous one is called the Einstein cross.
Yeah, because it's quadruply lensed object.
What you're saying is there's 4 pictures and they're the same because it's the same source is making the 4 pictures.
Okay, Mr. PBS Space-Time, explain that. Okay. If a space alien landed on Earth, walked up to you, and demanded that you take it to your leader, what would you do? Do you take the alien to the White House, the Vatican, to the UN? Where do you go? If it's got some appendage sticking out, do you reach out and grab it and shake it? I wouldn't. You don't know what part of the anatomy that is of the alien. It's all there. Take me to your leader. Perspectives on your first alien encounter. This is Star Talk. Neil deGrasse Tyson, your personal astrophysicist. Got with me Chucky Nice.
Hey,
Chucky, baby.
What's happening?
How you doing?
Doing well.
You know what edition of Star Talk this is?
Which one would that be?
The Matt O'Dowd edition.
Oh, well, that's always good.
Matt O'Dowd, welcome back to Star Talk.
Such a pleasure to be here. It's my favorite subject.
Oh yes, it would be. I got you an associate professor up at CUNY, Lehman College.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's right across the street from my high school.
The Bronx High School of Science, don't I know it?
It was, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a feeder school to?
I think the Bronx High School of Science go straight to the Ivy League.
They go straight to the Ivy League, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
But some of them do.
That's CUNY's loss.
Some of them come and hang out. Yeah, it's a good.
We can hang out there. We've been known to hang out. Okay. And you're a research associate here at the museum.
Exactly.
Yes. And
Very nice.
you're a host and writer of one of just the coolest YouTube channels, just PBS Space-Time.
Nice.
And I just so appreciate the work you put into what's on it, how you deliver it, and you're just so casually smart.
But I work very hard
I know.
to be that casual.
This is what I'm saying. The effort, I see and I feel the effort all behind you just being casually smart in those videos.
Oh, it's like those
to make
$800 rock star haircuts.
To make it look like you just got out of bed.
Yeah.
But you just spent 12 hours at the salon.
Right.
Exactly. That is the perfect metaphor for PBS Space-Time.
So you have a research specialty in quasars, if memory serves. Is that correct?
Quasars are a star, no pun, of my research. There are 1 or 2 things involved, but yes, the quasar is the coolest thing in space.
I cannot argue with that.
Yeah.
And also.
Okay. Let's see what he does. Shonen Showdown. He did animes, best rivalries, okay. Auction dice battle, okay, and then blackjack. Honestly. Yeah, he did a Galaxy review. Oh fucking K. That's so out of nowhere for him. Just like he did a Mario Galaxy review. What the hell? Do I feel like watching anime rivalries? Yeah, not really. Auction. Is it the same thing they did before? It was like, okay, you had to. I want to see what's this about, the auction thing. Oh my freaking gosh! Yeah, all cows are frosties. Because they all shoot milk and milk makes frosties. Yes, thank you for telling me about.
Auction dice battle. We have a bunch of random topics here that will be going into this topic.
Oh, it's like it's like basically you're building a city. Yeah, I don't care about that. I really don't. I don't care about that. Okay, I'm gonna end this stream. Guess it was a surprise that I had it on Wednesday, and it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness, kill me now. I'm gonna end the stream. So I'll see you guys Saturday. Saturday is gonna be the Cyberpunk stream. So Sunday's probably gonna it's either Saturday or Sunday. Saturday or Sunday is gonna be a Cyberpunk stream. Since I already did RTA this week, there's gonna be no RTA for the weekend. So this is gonna be the this week RTA. So Saturday it's gonna be Cyberpunk, and then Sunday is gonna be something else. I'll figure something out for Sunday. I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Peace out, and have a great rest of your day. Don't tell me I had the echo on. No, no way I had the echo on, bro. Damn it. Okay, I'm ending. My bad. I'll learn. I'll freaking recount my freaking mic next time. Now I'm hearing myself talking. I'm like, oh yeah, now I actually have the echo on. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting that I wish there was like a mode that I just turn off the echo. Period. So it doesn't matter how much I freaking press it. It doesn't affect anything. Anyways, I'll end the show right here. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys Saturday. Peace out.